the word. Thanks for joining us. This is Spoon TV. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. This is Spoon TV. We are coming to you live from the commercial district of Red Light. My name is Nelson Colette, here with the entire team, Ernest Binda. And of course, we're here basically to give you an update on what the situation is with respect to the prices of basic commodities in this part of Red Light. The exchange rate for some time has been a major issue in the country, and we are here basically to speak to Liberians to get the views of marketers on what the exchange rate situation is, what is the reality with the exchange rate and some basic commodity prices. We want you to firstly give us an update on the audio quality. Kindly let us know what the audio quality is like, as to whether this is something we can work with. We want you to firstly give us an update on the quality of the audio. Let us know as to whether the audio is good enough for us to work with. Where we're standing right now is a very basic part of Red Light. You have the retailers, the Yana boys selling different items from every corners. So we will shortly speak with some of the folks here. All right, so Emmanuel says the sound is okay. I barely hear myself, folks, based on the environment. But Rufus says the sound is good. And I see Anthony Fire says the sound is okay. So at this point, we're going to start to speak to Liberians. We'll speak to the marketers. We want to get the views of the people here. Let's begin with a young man I see right before us here. Let's see if we can talk to him. How are you, my man? What's your name? You want to talk to us? All right. So this gentleman said he doesn't want to talk. So we will go and see if we can talk to another person. Hello, my man. How are you? What's your name?
Ben.
Ben, what are you doing here? You selling? I see you selling toothpaste, toothbrush.
Yes.
Okay. So how you doing?
Okay.
How's the business going with you?
Business R.
Business all right?
Yes.
All right. So how much you can sell the toothpaste?
150.
150 for one toothpaste.
Yes.
Okay. How you buy the carton?
Right back cartoon.
Okay, you buy
By retail.
by retail.
Yeah.
So how is the exchange rate for you? What is the present exchange rate when you go to buy?
I can get you and get what is silver for the pack.
600 for the pack.
Yes.
So if you go to change your money like we in Red Light, Nana, if you go change your money, how much you can change money in Red Light?
850.
850.
Yes.
So if you get 500, they will give you 850.
Yes.
But how much was the exchange rate before now?
Now,
How much was the exchange rate before Nana, before it came to 850?
at 1,000.
Okay.
No, that 850.
But the business you're doing here now, the exchange rate, is it affecting the business you're doing? When the rate not go down, it's affecting your business?
No.
Okay. Everything's still fine, everything's still the same, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to us here.
R.
All right. So let's see if we can talk to more of the folks here. We stay in Red Light. I see the beautiful woman selling awesome material. You want to talk to us? How are you? What's your name? Cynthia? You sell bags.
Yes.
How do you buy the bag? Is it by dozen or by carton? How do you buy it?
Buy it for plus per one.
Okay, you buy it one. When you go buy the bag, you can pay in US or you can pay in LD.
Pay everything.
So what is the current exchange rate?
Eh?
What is the exchange rate right now?
The rate?
Yeah, what is the rate right now?
800.
800.
Yes, some places that 850.
Some play 850, some play 800.
Yes.
So the exchange rate, the way the rate now go down, How is the business for you? The rate affecting the business or helping the business?
They're affecting the business.
How the rate affecting the business? Because more people are saying that they want for the rate to go down. Now the rate going down. How the rate affecting the business?
The rate go down, but team prices are still up. Yes, the team prices not going down. Rate down, but team prices not down.
So, for example, how much you use to buy certain things and how much you buy it?
For example, if they are saying I get a fit and only for dresses, are selling dresses. When we buy the dress, we buy it for father. We buy father. Now if you carry father, you need to. Well, father, 1,000. And if you carry father, now you need to add the money up to reach it to 1,000. So you can buy it as father. The high looking down. So the tea prices being down, they're not looking good to me because tea rate being down, they're not looking good to me because the tea prices are up. At least when the rate drop, then tea prices now it will be okay. Yes, it's not going to completely on it because the rate down, all are going back again. They can bring various to us. Yes, they have money on the US.
So what you want the government to do?
So bring tea prices down.
All right, thank you for talking to us. Let's talk to your friend here. Hello, how are you? What's your name?
My name is Antoinette.
You say?
Antoinette.
Antoinette, how the business for you today?
The business about.
I see you selling both bear and school coming open, so it means that people buying things, right?
They want to buy you. They're buying slow. They're buying very, very slow.
Buying very, very slow. How much you sell each of the bags?
I say they won't fight you.
So when you go buy the bag, you can pay in USD or L.
We buy in the US, and we're buying in the US for 1,000. At that time, the rate of 1,000. But for now, we carry far. I get you more. I live what you only. Yeah.
So the way the rate coming down, it helping your business or it affecting your business?
It affecting us far away. Yeah. But we still buying tea expensive. But we're supposed to be buying the better for area because the year with an area. But we carry far in the store, we put the money on it to make it 1,000. The people still taking the rate for 1,000 in the store.
So wait. When you bring your father outside to change it, how much they can change it?
850.
So when you go in the store to buy, how much the store people taking the rate?
1,000 rate. The rate outside like 850, but we carry US to go buy one of them there. They will tell you to add the what you want to make that money 1,000.
But for you, the way things going, you think the rate actually drop or the rate don't drop?
But for us now, we're saying that the rate don't drop because we still buying tea expensive. So you need to help us to splash all the food that people in the business going to the store, they're not helping us.
Thank you for talking to school. Okay, so let's see if we can talk to a businessman here. This guy does the money exchange business. I see they may come and change the money at the time will come. But you want to talk to us? Okay, change your money, do your business. No, do your business. Do your business, we'll come back. All right? Yeah. So how you doing, Mama? I see you can't change money. I'm going to change you the money for you. So the old man said, the old man said she's not ready to talk to us. But let's talk to the money exchange guy himself. How are you, Chief? What's your name?
I am fine. I am Daniel G. Goba the second.
Daniel, how long you been doing the exchange business for?
I've been on the field for the past 3 years to 4 years.
So how the business for you?
Oh, the business is okay, moving gradually smooth.
So now, a lot of people complaining. They say the rate dropped, but things prices not dropping. Some people say the rate is $8.50 for $5 and stuff like that. What is your exchange rate today? How much you change it for?
For today, I'm team for 170, which is $8.50. But some of the rate right now is not stable because it depends on the buyers that go around and buying money. The way in which you sell your money, that is the way in which you come and change the money. Some of our police are changing for 800. As for me, I change for 850, which is 170 rate. But yeah, 170, which is 850 like $1,000.
So how you can determine the rate? Like you leave for your house in the morning, you come to your business. How you can manage to know that the rate supposed to be at? Who communicates with you how much the rate supposed to be?
Like for us, we as the foreign exchangers, we are united. We have a chat board, group chat. Before 12 o'clock the next day at night, the information can already be displayed to us. Before we wake up early in the morning, we look in our child room, the information has been displayed. For one part, we get our inspirations and we wait for the Lebanese guys.
Okay, from the Lebanese guys, I'll come back to you. Be changing the main money. Let me be talking to the main like changing the money from. How you doing, brother? You keen to change money, right?
Yeah, okay.
So, what's the rate the main say?
It's at 170.
So, it means that the rate has dropped.
Yeah,
How do you feel about the exchange rate?
actually the rate has actually dropped, but the team price is not dropped. So it's giving us hard time because if you used to buy something like $5 used to be like 1,000, and then you change the money now at the rate of 170. So $175 is $800. So if you go in the store or $850, if you go in the store to buy or you go in the market to buy, they tell you 1,000. So if you used to buy thing for 1,000, you $5 now they'll tell you say if you carry the $5, they'll tell you put additional 200 on the $5 before you can buy any something that will cost 1,000. So it gives you a hard time.
All right. So, what do you think needs to be done?
Okay, what I think the government need to do is central bank can come up with a specific rate. Central bank can come up with a specific rate. If they will say, oh, central bank rate is 170, then I think those guys are on the street who are changing the money, they can say 160. Then the government should also try and come up with a stable price for basic commodity that let's say rice. Because now when you go in the store, they say $14. The $14 at the rate of 170, $14 should be around 2,300, 2,250. Now you still buying at 2,800, and then if $14 is no longer 2,800. When the rate was 2,000, rate was 200, $14 was 2,800. Now the rate is no longer 200. So and they say selling the rate as 2,800, 2,900. So it gave you we the one who buy we that buy the rate by retail, it gave you a hard time.
Okay. So, you want the government to take some steps to address this issue, right?
Yes, I want the government to take steps immediately because it's suffering us. For me, I want person who really voted for this government, and I want to see the government succeed. So if the team president remain at this, some of us will support the government by bringing the government to power. It won't be fine for us.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us. You say your name again?
I'm Otis Kokolo.
Okay, Otis, thanks for talking to school. I want to come back to you. You were just talking about the exchange rate. How you guys get the inspiration for the exchange rate?
We got it from the learning guys, the buyers. They are the one who posts it. They post it in the chat room every time. They phone up about how the rate, the day rate is way about. So when we wake up early in the morning, we already know the rate that we're going to achieve for a day. Then if you don't go by that economical rate that you see, if you anything contrary from that, you'll be losing. Because the buyer will not buy, no buyer will not buy above what the poster was in the chat room. So you have to live in line with the current event post in the chat room.
So you have to go in line with what maybe the Lebanese people put in the chat room, because if you don't do that, then you will not meet up with what.
If you don't do that, absolutely gaming on your own, or you will lose for the day.
But as a money changer, what do you think is responsible for the way the rate dropped?
For us, we realize that it told that government engaged them pertaining to the rate. So because of government engagement on the rate issue, they themselves have to hold fast to the labor thing, which is the currency within the country. So they not waste the currency also as the way it used to be there before. So when you hold it, then we have to be scarce within the market. Then at the end of the day, the rate will drop automatically. So that's how you see
so
the
rate. The Lebanese are saying that government engaged them
to drop the rate. So based upon that, it's dropping the rate and holding fast to the liberty.
So some people say when the rate drop, you are the money changer people, you can make plenty of money.
It's not true. It's just fallacy. Because sometimes we lost more than what they expecting. For example, if I go achieve $5 at a time for 900, I come in the morning hour, and the rate drop below 900 at that US. Then when I go instead of the running guy to buy it, 190, 194, or even 192. The message they can buy 192. They buying now for 176. You see the losses in between there. They are in there. They have to take that losses and come down and change that money, come down to see how bad to get 10 or 20 for each father to recover back. You don't have more money.
Anything you want to say finally, just before we leave?
Yeah. My recommendation to national government here is this. We appreciate them for what they do. When it comes to commodity prices, let them formulate a task force because they're dropping. Let the government formulate a task force that will go around inferior marketplaces in shop to see how best those Sudanese, those Lebanese guys to live in line with government mandate. Because bulk of our people are complaining when it comes to change money for us. Oh yeah, way down. You know, sporting prices is how it is true. The guys are not laying up to government promises. For instance, now if the rate father is 850, when you carry liberty to buy, you can say you must buy in 200 rate. Which of course we are not changing for 200 rate. They are expecting the spacing to buy the market or the product from them. 200 is bad. So you need to formulate task for the go around.
Thank you for talking to Spoon TV.
All right.
All right, so folks, we are still here. Of course, Spoon TV. We are coming to you live from P0 Red Light. I see this lady sell shoes, children's shoes for the school. How you doing, Mama? You want to talk to us? What's your name? Are you best? Okay, let's talk to our Maya. Hello, how you doing, Mama? How the business for you today? The business okay? Okay. All right, so we gonna keep. How you doing, brother? What's your name?
My name is Gaga.
Okay, say you selling belts, different kinds of belts, right?
Yes.
How business for you today? Business moving?
Actually, I thought the business can try small, but today a little bit difficult.
The business a little bit difficult today.
Yes.
Okay, but what's making the business difficult?
Liberia economy is an economy a little bit rascal.
Wait. You said the economy a little bit rascal?
Yeah, very much rascal because at times you will notice the rate will go down, but whenever the rate go down, you will see many Liberians will start to charge that goods in Liberian dollar. For example, if you buy a goods on a rate of 850, which is 170 rate, and you will notice that other people will decide to charge on a rate of 200, which is 2,000. So it's still giving more than like people who buying rest. People still buying rest 3,000, 3,100, or at time 2 now. So it's still difficult. Maybe after time comes, then we can see that maybe things will drop. But for now, it's still difficult.
What do you think is responsible for the increase in the exchange rate?
Something is actually the government not too drastic on some things because when you check the store, more people in the store, they say selling retail prices as we sell on the street. So you will notice that many Liberians are still catching it difficult to sell because, for example, are selling beer here 450. You go in the store, you will see full people will sell beer, they see 450. So I like we see all that we get difficulty in buying because.
What you want to say to your government?
What we want to tell most of the Prime Minister or the government, the president at large, we want to tell them to stop most of the Fulanis. They're selling the same way we sell on the street. So at times we see many Liberians will go in the store to buy. And when they buy, for customers to come outside to us to buy, sometimes it can be difficult.
Thank you for talking to school.
Thank you.
All right, so folks, we stay here. Let's see if we can talk to the business woman here. Okay, the woman still doing her business. How you doing, Mama? You want to talk to us? What's your name? Huh?
Esther.
Esther, welcome to Spoon TV. How business for you today?
This number.
Business is moving on gradually, right?
Yes.
Okay. How's the exchange rate situation with you?
Yeah, change reservation as some money teacher. It's not conflicting.
So you are the one changing money here, right? And so, but what's the rate today? What's the current?
For us, we change for 170 up today.
Was it the same rate yesterday? Was it 170 yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday and today 170.
Okay, day before yesterday, was it 170?
No.
What's the rate? Maybe day before yesterday.
65. No?
65.
Yes.
Okay, so it jumped a little bit. Now it's 170, right?
Yes. Yes.
But when the exchange rate drop like this, does it benefit your business? Do you get to make more profit?
The rent depend the business. Depending where business go, you will benefit as a business person. Yeah, because for now, no matter when the exchange rate go down and it's stable, we can benefit actually. But the way liberty looking on the market now is scarce. So even we changing the money, but we're not seeing the liberty to get it to change the US.
But
So it's a little bit difficult.
do you guys, the money changer, do you find it difficult to get the Liberian dollars delivered?
Yes, for now, yes.
So you can have some days, sometime where maybe you finish doing business, you not change the money, you get the US, but you go get Liberty, hard for you to get it.
Very difficult, especially if you time you will change the US to go get a liberty. Very difficult.
But the central bank say plenty Liberty on the market.
Maybe that those are holding the liberty that they don't want to get it, but for we the business people, we're not seeing the liberty. You go to the flat boy, I don't know, maybe that they own in the government or the central bank, they get special area, they parking the liberty, but no liberty on the market.
What do you think responsible for the increase in the exchange rate or for the dropping of the exchange rate?
I will blame the government because when for me, what I notice, our money is lying in the Fulani, let me just say the money go the Fulani people. They are the one holding the money because the business people you will go to them, for example.
Just say the business people in
Yeah.
general.
Yes. We see I blame the government because you go to the Fulani, you go meet the Fulani, somebody go to teaching fire US. He will tell the person 900, right? And you go, you tell the Fulani, say, oh, I want you to find where you are. He tell you say 850. Yes, he will tell you 850. You don't want to change that money, but you only want the money to go to only him. And the government is not doing anything towards it. So that's why making and the people is suffering with the labyrinth. They want to scarce on the market. They want to give you a hard and you will change the US to go get the what they know where you passing around all day.
How you can determine what the exchange rate is supposed to be? Who communicate with you to say, okay, like today the exchange rate will be 170 or tomorrow it will be XYZ?
Depends on where you go sell. Depends the way you go sell. But you
Or
know,
you don't get maybe chat room or a particular group that will tell you, say, okay, today that the rate today. Or...
I'm the one controlling my money. I go to there, I sell for 850. And I come back. What if I come back and somebody even will get chat when the chat will say today the rate should be 190. Then I go and sell for less than 190. I'm the one controlling my money. So you will not kind of tell me say bring it down. Where I know I go, I will not get that rate. I'll go back. So
What your message to the government?
the government has to work on things. Actually, the way we are expecting them to work, I ain't working at that. Yeah, things is very hard right now. You can't like for the business I'm doing like through the business I'm getting everything through the business I'm surviving. So when the business I'm going, definitely I must starve of home because so the government to do up. They need to work on things, they need to regulate things. Restriction need to go on by the government.
Thank you very much for talking to us. All
Okay, thank you too.
right, so we'll stay here, Spoon TV. We're still here coming to you live from Red Light Market. Let's see if we can talk to the business, a businesswoman. How you doing, Mama?
Yeah, hello.
I see you parking your business. You want to get a small time, just less than 1 minute of your time? How you doing? What's your name?
My name is Lisa Flomo.
Man, Lisa, how the business with you today?
We tell what thing we can complain.
Business moving on fine?
Small.
But the exchange rate, some people say the rate dropping, some people say the rate not dropping. What do you think? Is the rate dropping?
Yeah, for also the rate is dropping, but now when you go in the store to go buy from the food, that people when you carry fire, they will tell you say, what they do about buying the fire before they will tell us who should add the water on it. Yeah, well, they want, for me the business are doing what I go buy. When they tell me say before something we used to buy fire, now we'll give you fire to know they can say we'll add the water there. Because and also I know that rate drop. Then stay in the store, they say, and when you go change from there, they will get you lower rate. When you go buy, then they made it rate high.
So when you go change from there, how much rate they can give you?
They can give me sometimes 900.
Then when you go buy from there, what the rate they give you?
And they can take in the water that 1,000 will pay. Yeah.
So what do you think the government should do? What do you think needs to be done to address this whole racism?
We are appealing to the government to please talk to the food people because the food people mostly the problem in the business. Yeah, to talk to the food people as the rate drop, all of them drop the rate as normally also. Yeah, that they drop the rates.
So How the rest situation to rest price not drop too? How much you buying rest for?
For me, I can buy rest.
Oh, okay, you can buy rest. Eh?
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for
Well,
telling
we
me.
can have other people that say rest drop to 2050. But for me, I can buy rest. Yes.
All right, thank you for talking to Spoon TV.
Thank you too.
All right, so we stay here, folks, coming to you live from Red Light. It's a busy day in Red Light today, as you see. No more commercial activity going on, folks. From different corners, the taxi drivers, motorcyclists, the petty traders. I mean, everyone going about their normal activities. Let's see if we can talk to a gentleman here quickly. How are you, sir? What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Frederick S. Gamo.
Patrick. I mean, how the traffic were you today?
Well, I give God a praise. Things are moving on.
Thank you. What do you make of the exchange rate situation in the country? What's your take on the exchange rate situation?
Yeah, well, I want to thank the government so much for the rate right now, because we were complaining that the rate is high, but we give God the glory. Right now with the rate, I think things are okay, and even the gasoline price is okay.
Also, so gas price has dropped.
Yeah, the gas.
How much you are buying gas before, and how much you buying it now?
Well, we were buying gas for $800, and now we're buying it for $700. Half gallon. Some area you can get it for $340. So we give God the glory.
So you appreciate the government on the gasoline price aspect, or the rate. What about the rate?
Yeah, even the rate, we thank God the rate is okay.
But when the rate dropping, things prices dropping too. What you notice?
Yeah, team price is dropping because even rest, I bought rest day before yesterday, and I paid $2,700. So I think there's a progress.
What you want to say to your government shortly?
Well, I want to say thanks to the government, and we pray that they continue to do more and more, so that things can be good for us.
Thank you for talking to us. Your name?
My name is Frederick S. Gamo.
Okay, thanks a lot for talking to Spoon TV.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, so we stay here, folks. We want to talk to more business people here. The folks are willing to talk. So let's see if we can talk to a few of the folks here. Hello, Mama. How are you?
Yes. So there you gotta give me back one, but instead beatings for the go.
So how is the exchange rate situation? Is the rate increasing or is it reducing?
The rate reducing because it's dropping. As the rate now we're choosing for that for 850, but if we go back, we can still buy in the same normal price, but instead of buying 1,000.
What is the normal price?
1,000. Yeah.
So if you come outside to change your money, you pay 850. But if you go to the store to buy, you pay 1,000.
Yes.
Why is it happening that way? What's responsible for that?
I don't really know. Some people say that because they buy that rate, that market doing that, they buy it higher rate. So since the rate drop, they can't drop their market price. They will continue to stick on the same price except everything finish, but they start saying it the way the rate drop.
So what you don't observe about the rest price issue? Some people say the rent price not drop. Some people say that rent price not drop. What do you think?
No, for the rest price not drop. Because when you used to buy rest for 3,500, they're going to sell that ball rest for 2,650.
So about 1,000 that drop from the rent price.
Yes.
So what you want to say to the government about, the situation, the economic situation?
For the one for me, I have to say to the government, of course, you do a possible best for. Instead, need to be trying because as we elaborate people, even you are real job as long the food price is still high or we still complain, but at least still go we have also and provide at least have their own our own. You don't have problem, but the only problem I get the raise price drop, but tea price increase. The UR rate down, tea price stay high up.
All right. So thank you for talking to Spoon TV. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for talking to us. Let's see if I can talk to my brother across there. Okay, yeah, I will talk to him. But let me see. If I can talk to my brother. Hello, how are you, Chief?
How you doing, Nancy Colette?
Welcome to Spoon TV, my man.
I'm loud. Thank you for asking the question.
It's like you've been an added follower of Spoon TV.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. How is business for you today?
Business now responding like before.
What do you say? I see you change money. You sell scratch cards.
I do a lot of transaction. I change money. I sell Shkaka. I sell Sinka. I do pin reset. I do a lot of transaction.
What's your take on the whole conversation about the exchange rate in the country?
Well, the exchange rate, those people who solve it all is the flat people. You know, when you go in the store, people go buy that, they will take 200 rate. Without changing money, we'll carry our US to them. We want to buy the US for 175. So it was just surprising us in the business. Now I'm making the rate to drop because I will not carry my liberty and my US to you, and you dropping your rate, and you stay demanding those who buying their retail for 200 rate. And those people sovereigns, and when we get our US to you, you can buy for 200, you can buy for 199, you can buy for 185, you can buy it for 175. So when you buy it for 75, the day you drop again, we do drop again. So that is something what they do there.
So, but who determines the rate? Is it the central bank that tells you guys that maybe today the rate is 175, or is it the business people?
It's not central banks. It's not central bank. Those who solve us is the flat people because they had the water in their possession. We can carry our money to bank to sell our US. We carry our money to the store so the store can give us liberty. But before the store are giving up, but later on the store sees the money, we'll go there and say no liberty. So when I get liberty, we will drop our prices. If we pass it around to our friends who get liberty, we'll go change our money to them. If we know that you change for 75 and actually was 72. So if I know that that is a profit, I will just take my money and give it to us. I want change because I want money. So when I change, when I to know that the money he's receiving, he will drop it on the rate and maybe I'll jump on the rate. So you have to pass it around our friends. So we will get plenty of money. I will get sell our US.
What's your call to government? What do you have to say to the national government?
Well, we want for government to put restriction to all those things, especially on the currencies. If the store are taking liberty, they will be buying liberty, they be buying US for the money changers. They're not responsible to be changing money. They are only responsible to do their selling in liberty. But if they hold in US and liberty, we are doing changing, we will suffer, we not get nothing. So that's what we're asking the government to do. Let the government put restriction on those store people that they shouldn't change money. They should sell their market, all their market should be in liberty. If they want
you guys have a foreign exchange bureau association.
we're having the group, but this time around we're not having it because they put 8 hour money. We use to register every year, $35 US every year. But later on, they put bank taking money for us, and nothing is not doing for us. People they are announcing rate 200, 300. We talk to them. They are not arresting those people, but before they are arresting them, if they hear you announcing rate, they will arrest you. But for now, we don't have anybody. Now people not working for us again. Because we're under people, but now people not responding to us.
All right. Thanks for talking to us.
Yeah. So one again, the liberty see as I'm speaking now, the
Good evening. Hello, everyone. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Nightly Exchange with me, Amy. On Liberia Watch News. Please go to our YouTube and Facebook on Liberia Watch News and subscribe, comment, share the show. Please share the show. We appreciate you for that. We appreciate you. Please do that for us. And then come back here. Let's talk about Liberia or the word, right? We're not supposed to just be talking about Liberia alone here, but most of the time that's what we talk about here. But a little bit, here and there, we try to do that. But yes, please, and come back so we can talk about the good, bad, ugly about Liberia. I like to talk about it good most of the time, but we still have some things that are not right and we still have to talk about it, right? So we are here. Thank you so much for joining us. And please comment, subscribe, share, comment, everything. Engage with us. Don't make it boring. This is a free safe space for every one of us. If you have the time, I think I had it the link in the comment section. Come on and have a conversation with us. every one of us Liberians, let us contribute, right? We all cannot sit in the office as government officials, but we can do that as patriotic Liberians to hold the government feet to the fire and talk about the things that we want to see done. Sometimes they don't know these things. Sometimes they hear from little guys like us and something happens. That's what I like about this government, So don't say, oh, nothing will happen. They don't know me. I used to feel like that too. But hey, some things that we say on here, or that we used to say on the Spoon Talk Late Night, we hear these so-called BB platforms and guys that they're repeating those things. And that's how I know. I'm like, okay, so maybe some of them are watching, right? And they do something about it. And that's why I play these videos sometimes, because I like to see it, to re-amplify it just in case. If it did not happen, if they don't catch it during the day, let them catch it. These things are happening. Some of these things are happening in the marketplaces, and they don't know about it. But when they see the people complaining about it, they will do something about it. So that's why we play, and we want you to come here and have your voice be heard. Let's keep doing it till something happens. Liberia is not going to change with someone else doing it, with an alien doing it, from somewhere else. It has to be all of us Liberians. From Marshall Territory, what a guy's name? George Bighead, from Grand Cruz / Lofa, Toure from Batara, Bon County. Who else again? Family from Grand Cape Mine, Raymond from Lofa, Tatas, Lofa. Oh, we got a lot of Lofans here. There's a one-sided government on here too, okay? But no, yeah, I just realized that we have a lot of Lofans on here. That's okay. Everybody come on. It's for everybody. So come on, let's talk about it. It's that we are the ones that are going to change Liberia, regardless of our, who we support and all of that. Sometimes the conversation get heated because everybody have their own support, political party to support or leaders to support. But hey, at the end of the day, we are all Liberians, and we do this. We as friends, we are brothers and sisters at the end of the show. So please join us, share, subscribe, comments, like the show, and keep us going. Okay, so for that, let me see who all. If I have anyone, I heard a buzzing in the back. Yeah. Okay, so let me bring on George. I see George on. What is this? Yeah, let me bring Princess. I see Princess. Okay. Hey guys,
long
how are
time,
you
Princess.
doing?
Nice to see you, man.
My man, I've been in my little corner trying to catch up, my man. I spent over 2 months off work, so I've been catching up. American dream.
That's true.
But it's nice to be back.
So welcome, you guys. Welcome to the show today. We George, can you Francis, can you twitch your camera around?
Oh, the other way, right?
Yeah. Joe, what's it, a Muscle Arm Day?
Yeah. Muscle Arm Day.
But my camera is not even accepting. I'm using my other phone. Okay.
It's not. It doesn't rotate.
I know the setting could be responsible for that. I'm using my other phone, but let me settle that. I will go off and come back on quickly.
No problem. I appreciate you. Go ahead, Josh. Tell the people hi and tell them what's going on with you today and what's Judgy. Are you sleeping or are you here with me?
Oh, are you referring to me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clearly. Thank you.
Okay.
I was just trying to finish the video that you did not finish, but it's okay.
It's long. I played
yeah,
it
no, it's
for a while.
and I think Nelson did extremely well, to cover that. Look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
That's the real video. The one you put in the chat, that one from the last time.
No.
That one
the one I put in the was not done by Nelson. You cannot say Nelson did it.
Yeah, that's the old video.
No, there's not old video. Someone
I've
else
seen
did
it
it.
before. I've seen it before. I mean, it's an old video.
We're not going to argue about that. The thing, what I want to say is, I just want to thank everyone who has joined us. I know it's an incredible, afternoon here. I hope you have a wonderful time wherever you are. And let's talk Liberia, because Liberia is the only denominator that we have. The numerator can be different. All the head over the shoulders, everything will be thinking different. But what we do have as a common denominator is Liberia. So let us just Liberia, and let us be fair to the conversation. Some people will say, "Oh, because you're not in government now, so everything the government does is bad." No, we criticize our own government, but we did not criticize it outside. What we did not do, like the other people are doing, like my sister Amy is doing, is that we did not go outside and defend what we knew within ourselves was wrong.
What?
If I knew something was wrong, I wouldn't go and defend it, but I wouldn't talk about it. I would leave it.
That is a lie from the pit of
But
the
if you come out here and defend the brutal economics that is going on in Liberia, where people can find money on the market, so the price drops because the bank is holding the money. $13 billion have been held by the Central Bank of Liberia from the economy. So US becomes surplus, so the price drops, and then you think it is a good monetary policy for you. I would just say, thank God for you. Well, look, it will be a wonderful show. I think Amy got some really good topics in store for us. I hope everything is not for Prison Boaga and what Boaga is.
Your camera is kind of. Can you turn the light on? Make sure.
We not put chance in the middle, my man. We know you. I get how you change it. You piece of photo.
Put a light on if you have.
I get how you put anything between. We know you people supporter. So look.
So first of all, guys, don't listen to George. He come here talking about we used to criticize inside. Who knows what you're doing inside? Come outside and do it. You never used to criticize. You always defended everyone till today. You still doing it, and then you can't tell us, "Hey, we know I used to do that. We just used to be quiet." Please, child, please, Remy, how you doing?
I'm good, and it's always good to be here to discuss issues that pertains to our country, where our heart is, and find solutions to. Because when the conditions and the livelihood of our people improve, that's the definition of happiness and peace.
Absolutely. So, yeah, tell us what's on your mind. I'm trying to find.
Well, I listened today to the Minister of Finance on Class Reloaded.
I'm trying to find that stuff.
And I listened to the volume of deep understanding of what our issues are and the immense effort this government is making in the gains that the detractors, the naysayers, are trying to erase with lies. But the truth of the matter is, truth always wins. And the good thing is that the Liberian people are witnesses. Even if they do not understand to the extent at which efforts are being made, they can see the gradual change that are taking place. And I also saw from the beginning of the show, well, Nelson was in the red light market and interviewing ordinary Liberian people randomly. And we listen to their response. So I'm grateful that the government that we fought for is taking the baby steps. And I'm optimistic, especially after hearing what the Finance Minister said today, that after 6 years of the Boaga-Koon-led leadership, we will see the evidence of the rescue mission.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Batala boy. Welcome to class. Or should I say welcome to the show?
We are not in class.
We're not in class. Absolutely. We're on the show.
If we're actually in class,
offshoot of his class reloaded.
Amy Raymond, if we're actually in class, George will not be in class with muscle arm.
And I know that must not too deep, George. I was just telling him. We can see.
The thing is that at university, I can carry the thing on campus. No one cares. In your library, when you get here,
The reason why we are not
in class.
Jack it on, brother.
But hey, man, great to be on here again, Amy, and it's always great for you to host this show because that's you're so good at it, so it kind of take the pressure off.
Don't say that she's not good at it. She's doing her best.
Benny.
Don't try to inflate her ego. This is what you do and destroy our people. When president getting fired, you start praising them.
No ego here, sir.
Look at the look on my man's face. But tell her, I know how to mess with you guys.
No ego here, sir. Go ahead. So why can't I see the stuff? But go ahead, Teray. Hi, Fitzgerald. Are you? Even though I don't know what's going on with you, where are you joining us from?
I'm from Liberia.
Oh, okay. You and Tatas have that problem. So
Yeah,
we got LEC now. The only thing we need to do is to make sure we got a hobby.
Of course. Yeah. The LEC problem is actually is getting to its development as time goes by, and we are so excited about our new ADC boss. He's doing very, very well, extremely well. These days, I know that current don't really go like that. That's what leadership is all about. We are talking about institutional builders. We are not just talking about leaders, somebody who comes and build institutions. That's what we are talking about. So I'm so excited about him, his new, progress when it comes to ADC.
That's Mr. Mohammed Sharif, right? Is that him?
Mohammed Sharif.
Yeah, that's him.
We have to give him his flower here whenever we're talking about that. Say his name and let it be. What George talking on his birth again?
Our very brother.
Yeah, we had a brother at the CLSG, making that place lively and vibrant. And while people was in the dark, and I mean, the president just went in like, "What are you doing here? People need you. Come home. We need you." And he just came. He came. He answered the president call. Look at what we getting now. I know some people don't want to hear it, but I mean, like Raymond said, you can see it for yourself. So we're not even gonna play into that, right? Well, how you doing, Mr. Dono? How I've been seeing you. I heard you digging into my kids the other day, but it's all right. My lieutenants took care of you. How you doing? Tell us what's going on.
You were still on his anything from Marshall territory. You were still on his So anyway,
from Marshall territory. No, let's talk about that for a minute. What do you mean? I say you don't believe I'm a Marshall territory?
You didn't hear it from my mouth. You're from Marshall territory. I'm just going by what I see on the screen.
Okay.
I'm from Lofa County, even though my nephew he ain't like to hear that, but he just got to live with it because I love Lofa County, man. That's not you Tule. That's the other Tule.
Oh, Tule.
Oh, Tule.
Tule and Tule. Tulay. Okay.
Tule and Tule. But Tule gotta look like this stuff too.
That the same people that see single fans.
No, the message when I come on the show, I should not talk about Lofa County because I'm trying to make it to understand, or our audience to understand. Uncle Boaka from Lofa, that my senior uncle, Lofa people senior uncle, and myself from Lofa. But I'm still talking what I gotta talk because it is happening, okay? But is that when I say it, I'm gonna just talk. But let's show you talk your own, let me talk my own. Right? Okay, anyways, I've been out a little bit. I travel, I got by, things We're not good, but right now I've been trying to catch up. Like I said earlier, I'm so excited to be back to discuss Mama Liberia. Yeah, a lot of things are happening, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. But I think the ugly is taking over. I don't know because it is ugly. I don't know,
That's
but
my line. That's my line. You're not allowed to use that.
I look forward to another fascinating conversation tonight. We don't have to agree with each other, but we just have to speak truth of power based on the reality on the ground. I've been to Liberia 3 times since President Baka took hold of office. And I know I cannot speak for everybody, but I can speak to what I've been seeing every time I went there. And thank God somebody talked about our brother Mohammed Sherry. They put one like put in my yard, by the way. So I'm very excited.
How many you want to take?
No, I want to acknowledge him because the reason why we're talking about current is we don't have a good leadership in Liberia from the get-go, since the war. Because everything we did before the war, I'm very positive if we get the right people in the right position, I think we can do it again. It can happen. Like our brother said, things are getting better, but evident by his background, he just tells me things are not getting better, to be honest. Maybe it will get better, but it's not getting better. If we're getting better, his background will be brighter than mine. He in the darkness.
Or maybe he does not have the no. Maybe he does not have a fluorescent light bulb. How about that?
How about that? Yeah, daybreak.
Let me tell you something.
It's all encapsulated. You think he not want bright light bulb?
We got different light bulbs here. We got a daylight.
Let me just conclude quickly with my introduction, please. Let me just conclude quickly. No need to go there. You just give me a chance.
Not doing that.
By the end of the year, or maybe early next year, I'll be going back. Hopefully, the light bulb should be on there. There's more shiny lights in Liberia, whether that's Chanita or whatever, more than one guy. My old community GSA road, just go to EFW Junction. You get it for $5. Shine.
So what are you trying to tell the brother on here? What does he have $5?
What I'm saying here, Amy, is not about the brother, but it is about the general condition of our country.
But the light
2025. Please give me a chance to finish.
The
Please.
electricity is there. It's the light bulb.
Just give me a chance to finish. You see, give me a chance to finish. Look, I like this conversation. Whenever I come here, I can't even open my mouth better than you already start disagreeing.
What's on your mind? We're not going to a whole time.
Yeah, I understand, but you're not even giving me a chance to finish.
You're going
to. I was almost done. All I'm trying to say is, the front woman called Liberia always get abusement. 2025, 21st century. There's a country in Africa talking about light, not even electricity. Just light. Oh, we think, we should not even be discussing it. Oldest country in Africa besides Ethiopia is talking about the only university that government owns.
This is an opening, and my brother's taking all the time and going into depth. Yeah, this is opening. I think he's taking all the time.
How many moderators do we have?
This is just an opening. You're going so in depth. Nobody ever say that.
You can be distracted too and allow people to flow. Without, I mean, if you're gonna have 1 minute,
I don't know when you will get me
Hold on.
The show has a format. You can be out of the format.
You have people on here that hold people accountable for doing the right thing, but they themselves don't do the right things, right? When I'm asking them to stop or to go certain place, they're doing their own thing. What do you want me to do, Ray?
Well,
so it's not like I never said. I know to the man that we were just doing that. He just override me. He said, "Let me."
Amy.
I don't want to seem like Eminem. Everybody love Eminem.
No, but
Eminem is
because it's not with an A.
Sometimes you need to protect your panelists, right? Don't be like Stanton Don't be like
Oh,
Stepdog and I use your
Ah,
button, right? When
You
someone
are
is going off the rip, use your power that you have. You have the mute button. You can put someone in the lobby, let it cool off, and bring them back. Do not expose your panelists to public ridicule. Maybe our brother get Kim after being away for a very long time,
he
and
doesn't
he's
know the
trying
rules.
to
you feel
get
sorry for
everything
me.
out,
I
and
need.
you can't force him to get everything out like that.
My brother, thank you for talking for me.
All right. So Amy, back to you. I mean, I'm not even doing my why on my mind. Hey, let's go right into the topic, please.
Okay,
I'm
so
stopping it right there, Emmy. I'm done.
the topic I want us to start with a video that we just looked at, right? I know it's a long video, and I think most of you seen it. I don't want to go back on it. You know, this is something that always happens in our country whenever the rates, you know, the U.S. rate drop. You always have the individuals who are controlling the market or the economy, whatever. Like the guy was saying, the Fuda people, the Lebanese people, or whatever, whoever money changing, you know, people are. If a person is buying something for $5 and that is you know, the price, and the rate drop, and what the $5 is now, if the $5 was $1,000 and now it's $800, now they're going back to that same store and they're asking them to, it's $5. The items are still $5, right? But they're asking them to add extra $200 on it. You know, I tried to bring this out here because I always hear this, right? So and now I'm seeing it like maybe nothing is being done about it because it's not being, you know, put out there like the way it should. So we can talk about it. Who knows? Y'all know we have a listening president. He always does what's best for the people. Whoever don't want to hear it, they want to hear it. That's their problem. But we've seen it. People cry for prices going up. President, you know, set up a team, investigated what happened. Prices dropped things, and people start crying for the market people now when they were crying for it. But anyways, so these things I tend to bring it out here so we can talk about it and kind of, you know, amplify it more for them to look into it as well, because the same thing that we talk about, you know, robbing our people with storage feeding from, like Terry and I were talking about today, from places that selling it for 5 cents on 350 gallons, right? And then we had it in Liberia for 35 cents for 1 gallon. It's kind of something like this that's so so, you know, let's talk about it, you guys. George?
You want me to start?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yes, sure. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we spoke about this thing, and the United Party said they had all the answers. This same thing happened during the CDC government, where when the rate drops, the prices still remains the same, or the prices still remain the same. There was a big uproar from the opposition community. They said, "Oh, what the cemetery economy?" So when the rate drop, the prices remain the same. We spend the same money. Now it's happening under this administration. I see people are trying to find escape group comfortable. They want to blame the people, not blame the government that has made that policy, of which this thing is happening. I told you, I've always said it here. I said, economy runs itself in the capitalist system, which we subscribe to as Liberian, or the free enterprise system that we subscribe to, is designed that the market determines its own prices. Because when supply meets demand, that force that happens determine what is what. That means water price will go up when demand is high and supply is low, price go up. When supply is high and demand is low, price go down. We say these things. However, as a government, you have a leeway where you can deploy something they call price ceiling and whatsoever. So you can say, okay, no price can go above this, and no price should go below this. You can set a ceiling, right? You can do that. And also, but our government are taking another stringent approach to it, to say everybody should say this price. And I told our people here is that for my little, they not do economic in-depth. And I know my sister always tells me that They want course where they want where
Yeah,
you
elective, like every
economics.
one of us.
So yeah, so you want to preach to us. No, because we listen and we read extensively. So when just by doing that one course, it gave me a broader idea about the thing, even though I don't have in-depth understanding. But here's what I said. I said if you deploy those set of techniques, there are consequences. That's the law of supply and demand. When you go against it and stipulate prices and put prices down to say everybody must follow the price, there are consequences. Just
So
like
George,
the law of gravity. Yeah, yeah.
so you just mentioned that the same thing happened on George Weah. Did George Weah come up and tell people to drop prices at a certain amount, and it should stay like that? Because you're telling us right now what these people are doing in the store after the US price
Yeah.
dropped, they're going trying to exploit the people, trying to get, even though it was 1,000, but they are not accepting that the rate has dropped. They still telling the people to make it 1,000 by adding 200 on there, which is the $5 is 800 now. So this has nothing to do with prices dropping, but you trying to, equate it to that. So when it happened on the George Weah, like you said, is that the same thing? Does George Weah come out and tell the people, oh, drop fuel prices, drop rice prices, drop this thing? I mean, is that one?
President Weah
What is the same thing?
approach was smarter than this approach.
Then
I
why
think
did we
this
experience
approach-
it?
Yeah, but listen, that's what I'm coming to. President Weah was a little bit progressive in that they said, okay, how can we do this thing? They brought the rest importers together and said, look, we can subsidize the costs that you incur to bring the rice and sell it. So we give you X amount of dollars, right? So we will keep the right price stable. So that means even though they were selling the rice $17.50, Liberian people were buying it $14 or maybe $15 or whatever price. But the actual price was higher than the price that was on the market. So if they are left it like that, people are going to be selling rice $17.50, $18, right? But because they subsidized it, so they held those people accountable to say, look, we have subsidized you guys. We are paying almost $11 million, right? For this supply to the rice importers now. So you cannot sell your rice certain amount. So that's where it was. However, this government, even though I am sure there are some concessions behind the scene, they have come back and said all the rice should come down to $14.50 or $14, whatever it is, right? However, what has happened now is that those rice importers, they are still requesting for Liberian dollar now because they want to make exorbitant profit or they want to make profit. So maybe they did not give them cash to reduce their production cost or their transportation
But
cost.
George, the tip prices, they are not just saying rice though. They said when they go up to the store to buy, they were using, like the lady was selling a backpack, school book bag, right? Like you will call it. Is $5, which were 1,000. But now she went there and they're asking her to add extra 200 on that. That is not a bag of rice. Same thing with other goods then too. They are not bag of rice. So that's why I'm confused. You trying to equip this to trying to tell
Amy, here's the thing. While the government was working on reduction of rice and sugar and flour and pea feed and chicken feed prices, they also was working on the fish rate to drop it. So this government went ahead and took from the economy $13 billion Liberian dollars and put it in the vault. So when they do that, just because of the law of supply and demand, once the Liberian dollar is scarce on the market, the value goes up. Just like when you get 3 bags of rice and 500 people want the 3 bags of rice, the price will go up. That's what happened. So now the US dollar has decreased and the Liberian dollar has gone up in value, right? So when that happens, people now want Liberian dollars instead of US dollar, because if you get Liberian dollar, it's more value than US dollar because of the previous price.
Thank you, George.
So that's what's happening. Yeah, that's what's happening. So this particular policy that I've been put in place is bogus, and I think it's going to cause more problem for the people that sell in the market than any other time in our history. Thank you.
Thank you. Sam Fitzgerald, I wanted to do the show because he's in Liberia, just in case. Raymond, if you don't mind.
Okay, I don't mind.
Good job.
Yeah.
So
Thank
you're
you.
in Liberia, right? So you heard our brother George said that the government took money and hold it in the vault and this, that. I mean, what usually happen, like, but what I've seen, like, this is my second year really paying attention. I don't mean to say that, but that is the honest truth, right? So this is what I know friends that like to rub it in, like I'm not Liberian because I left Liberia, so he always has to come after me with that. But nevertheless, I seen this happen the last administration. Whenever the rate dropped, people are being like the business people, like the food people and whatever, they kind of exporting from the little man out there, like the retailers. They're trying to do retailing and wholesaling as well. And then they if the things price was $1,000, it still is $1,000, but now we have an exchange rate or $5. I mean, US dollar is still $5. But when they go, they're asking for extra, right? So we're trying to highlight that for the government to see, these things happening out there and maybe to do something about it. But we're hearing another narrative from the other side. You're there. Tell us what's going on.
All right. Thank you very much. I mean, I'm here again tonight to share my sorrow with every other person out there listening to me about my dad. But I will have to contribute to what you guys are saying. My dad is sick. My dad is actually ill, and he's at the point. So I was here last night, and we had a very good conversation. I really enjoyed the time with my brothers. Tonight again, I'm here to speak to people out there, donors, whoever feel that they can be a help to chip in, whatever means. I will appreciate that, and God will bless you plentiful. Because what he's going through is only he and God can solve that. But your little help will make him to get his medical attention as needed, because right now it's not an easy thing. He's down with cancer, so it's just a side thing to share this with my fellow viewers and listeners out there. Whoever following this show live needs you or right now than before. If you want to help me, like the musician says, if you want to help me now. Don't help me when I'm gone. So this is the best time to help me. But to your question, Emmy, it is so inappropriate that people, especially business people in Liberia, would try to actually do their own thing and not going by what the government tell them to do. It is inappropriate. It's not because that you are within the economy. It's not because that you have let's say the economy in your hand. Maybe you have the authority, you have the financial power. So you're going to make the less fortunate people who are trying to make the ends meet. Then you're going to make them to beg you. You're going to make them to come down to your need. It's not appropriate, honestly. Let's take for instance, if I was selling these shoes, and I'm the only importer of a shoe, and I'm selling my shoe for $50, and someone else selling that same shoe for maybe $60 or more. But the people who are selling that shoe for $60 are not more than the people who are selling the shoe for my own price. If I'm the only person selling that shoe for $60 and try to make the Liberian people to know that I'm selling it for the right price, that they can come for it, I think majority of the people will come to my sale than to go for the $60 because they want something that they can be able to afford. So we need to really coordinate when it comes to the market issues. That's what I'm saying, because we cannot just sit down and say, or the Fulanis or whatever has the control of our economy. We cannot continue to say these things. It is so disheartening. It's shameful for a country like Liberia to say we will give our economy to the hands of the Fulanese or the Lebanese. It's not right. So Liberians should stand their ground. Liberians should be able to stand their ground and have control of their own rate and have control of their own currency. No matter what happens, we should be able to control our own currency. Yeah. So if we start to do that, I know we can do that under the Bouaka-led government. As time goes by, as we are gradually going there, I know and I have the faith that from what I've seen so far, this government going to make sure that we have control of our own currency. It is just the beginning, because the beginning of everything is hard, but at the end,
what is happening
everybody
now?
gets-
Do you think that the people are the one who need to take seize of that, or the government are the one who need to control this now? While other
So
people are
now,
making that trying to
yeah, so I would say both parties, because the government will come out and say this, but the citizens themselves, if they are not willing to do it coordinately, like they are not willing to do it in general, that means it won't happen. Because let me make you understand something. The people are the one who elected the government. So the people has their strong voice. The people have the people have the voice that speak louder than any other thing. So even if the government come out to say this, and if the people cannot work with the government, then that's a big gap. So the both parties got to work together. Government got to implement, and the people got to work
right. And
in
the people
order.
have to follow, right?
So that's it. So that's what I'm saying. So we all can just talk and talk and talk. But I'm saying this. What I'm saying now is just the beginning, but the government is about to do something great. And what the government is about to do is for us to have, we Liberians, for us to have control of our currency. Right now, if you see the people going to marketplaces and buying things, even me, I changed money today. I was not satisfied with the rate, but I have to change it. Even if the price goes up and come down, we still have to change money. So you see that. So we the Liberian, we just need to say, all right, we are tired with this thing. We are tired with the foreigner having control of our own maybe currency. Let's have control of it, and it will be done. It will just be a done deal, and we can just do what we can do.
Thank you, Raymond.
So yeah, I listened to the arguments and I listened to my brother Josh using the elementary economic approach, which is the market forces supply and demand. But that's not all to price control. There's high school economics where they just tell you about supplies and demand, the market forces. But when it comes to economy, market, and pricing, it goes beyond that. And then where government and leadership comes in. And that's exactly what the government done. And when he talked about the government in the past making efforts, that's what he was referring to. It wasn't just supply and demand. It's the government's responsibility to ensure that basic services is provided to her people. And the government have the Ministry of Finance to come up with some fiscal policy, which has to do basically with spending to influence those market forces, supply, liquidation in the market. People should have money to spend. And interest rate, so that the money has a particular value. Even the supply of money on the market, that's some fiscal policy. That's what we have government to influence these things and don't leave them to the market forces.
I think I'm making a mistake, Raymond. That's not fiscal policy. That's monetary policy. But go ahead.
You say I made a mistake or you made a mistake.
There's just with elective economics. I don't know.
No. That knowledge you're talking about, you are not talking about fiscal policy. You're talking about monetary policy. That comes from the central.
Let's be mute. You have your time. Let's say, brother, enjoy his piece.
For finance and development planning. But go ahead. I just wanted to just put you on the track. That's all.
I said fiscal policy has to do with taxation and monetary supply. No. How much money in the market? Then I went to the central bank. I'm not sticking to one. I'm not in one place.
Amy,
I have a short time.
Don't me, please. Just let's stop this thing.
I'm not denigrating you. I say you talk on. George, you talk about the market forces. I say it goes beyond market forces. And we want the economic at high school level.
Control and
all right, when you finish that, we'll come in, brother.
George, this is how it works. Okay?
I'll mute myself. Go ahead.
Let the man finish.
Please do.
Then you can request for 30 seconds or a minute.
Okay, Amy,
you know what I mean? And give a contradiction. Please. All right.
So, my Liberian people, what I was saying, we all did in high school economics, and most of the time we talk about supply and demand to be market forces.
Hey, George.
I'm saying when it comes to the government, it's beyond those supply and demand. And how does the government influence? To have price control, because it's the government's responsibility to ensure that basic services reach the people, that the living condition of the people, that's the government's priority. That's why we have government to have leadership. So the government, when it comes to the economy, is not just left with the market forces. No. So how does the government intervene? How does the government influence things? That's what I was speaking to. So what I said, my brother said is right, but it doesn't stop there. So I was not criticizing George, but I was saying what George said, it doesn't stop there. And we all know that in economy to be called market forces, supply and demand.
Duh.
But it goes beyond that. And how does the government does that? That's what I'm speaking to. We have the Ministry of Finance to come up with fiscal policy. And what is the Ministry of Finance responsibility to ensure liquidation in the market? How much money in the market? Government spends. The Ministry of get revenue and other things. So the Ministry of Finance through government spending ensures that money is in the market. People have money to spend. And then trade can go on, businesses can go on. How another way the Ministry of Finance can do is with taxation. The Ministry of Finance come up with the policies that the government can implement. That's why I was trying to say, I said we even go back to the central bank. The central bank controls the interest rate. The central bank controls how much money is in the market at what time, and they control inflation. And when we're talking about the Fula people holding on the money, that is an artificial demand the Fula people want to make. If that is true, I'm not saying that will happen, but someone in the interview made a mention of that. But again, the government controls who they give permit to do what we can call money exchange, the money exchange bureau. So the central bank controls that too. So the central bank. So what I'm seeing happening here is something we call enforcement. Because when government come up with these guidelines, government don't just go in a vacuum and make this decision. And as we know, the vice president sat with these various businesses and they have meeting and they know the various indicator. Because mind you, before you bring rice to Liberia, the government, whoever the vendor is or the businessman is, goes to another country and buy the rice. When you're bringing it in the country, you have to bring all that information so the government know how to tax you. Right. And the government got various taxes. So when the government then sit down and people say, okay, we buy our rice this amount, we put it on the ship this amount, we bring it to the country, we clear it at the free port this amount. So if we sell, it has to be fair that we need to make profit. So this is our profit margin. When the government look at it, we know about subsidies, we know about taxation, we know about tariff. But I can go, we got short time to talk all these things. But these are the things that the government got as a control mechanism. And based on that, the government can know how to regulations, how to turn deregulations. Okay, we'll put it one in place. Okay, we'll remove the one from in place. And all that comes to a certain monetary amount in terms of money, how much the money is. And this time the government had come knowing that when they do all of that, if the business people sell a bag of rice in Liberia for $14, they will still make profit.
Thank you.
However, what's happening is we call that exploitation. A lot of people go into business that we see in government, corruption. Corruption is exploitation. When it's not for you or you still want it, someone made is exploitation. So it's a state government responsibility to ensure enforcement. So with this data that we're finding around the country, it's the government and commerce ministry to go to those businesses. Because before anybody operate a business, you must have a license. You must have permit. The commerce can invoke those permits based on these same reasons. So we now need to let commerce agents know who are these businessmen that say because they bought the rice at this time, they got to say at this time. Because the truth of the matter is money is a value. So if you have $1,000 in the inflation on that time, the $1,000 represents a certain value. But when our inflation have decreased, $500 can even be more than $1,000. So you don't need $1,000 because you bought the rice $1,000. You don't need to sell it $1,000 because the value of the $500 now probably have exceeded the $1,000. But this time we need commerce agents in the field to ensure these things. I'm sorry, I'm not an economic student, but some of us went to school, we didn't eat our school fees. But we have a longer time. I can go into very much detail for our audience. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and that is the point of bringing this up because, like I said, I always seen it, and no one's tried to. When we first seen it, the story was not different, or my mindset on it, or my feelings or view on it was never different than it is now. Like, my brother wants everything has to be politics. You want to twist it around to make it seem that because it's a different government, I said they're trying to change the narrative. And so no, it has always been these people's fault doing this. So coming
but I mean, even before we go, my conclusion on this thing was we can still commend the government for the 25 kg bag of rice from reducing it from $17
absolutely
to $14. There's still an upward movement that we can thank the government for.
Jimmy, can I get 30 seconds, please?
Right. Judge, everybody finna you coming.
Okay, so look, this is my take about this. And you guys, everybody here is traveling on the same route, but just bringing different perspective into it. But nevertheless, we are all hitting the same point. So we sort of subscribe to our economy policy that is self-regulatory. While that is true, we also have government playing as referee because you cannot leave consumers at the absolute disposal to producers, okay? And we'll always have this problem. You know why we'll always have the problem? Because Liberia is so unique in a space where we are sort of like at the disadvantage by being in an economic system that is called consumer system. So we consume everything that comes in the country. So a market like that, in as much, is self-regulatory, but it is a convoluted kind of economic system. It is so hard, right, to regulate because we bring everything in the country. But government has the ability, if government that is really there for the people and for the people can actually play a major role. Now, let's look at the CDC. The past government, I don't think any government, at least in my understanding of a Liberian economic and a Liberian market system, that took advantage of the market than the CDC. Look, Amy, sometime last year during election time, right? There was rice shortage on the market, right? But the same government that obviously it was evident on the market that there was rice shortage, and to tell the people that there was rice in the country, they went to all these rice storing facilities showing people all these rice. But why the rice were not making it on the market? Because they were playing political game with it, right? They wanted, I don't know what they were trying to get money to finance the campaign or whatsoever that was. But it just shows that there was, in fact, an act of what we call in economy self-made inflation. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know how that happened, Amy? It's like you have the supply, right? But you hide it from the buyers to create this artificial inflation. Where there's rice in the market, but people cannot see it because you're bringing it small on the market. That's what the CDC government did. That's what they did. So evident. And nobody can deny that because they themselves took the camera. The finance minister himself, they went to the warehouses. I don't know Jallo or whosoever, how you call the people. They showed these warehouses filled with rice. But the rice were not making it on the market. Why? So, I mean, look, there's the role government can play. Government will have to work with these marketeers because government itself is at disadvantage. And our brother was talking about how can we take control of our currency. Well, that is easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? Because if government should be able to do that, government will have to have certain level of intentionality and deliberate attempt to empower Liberians. You know what I mean? I'm not saying the Fulanis are not Liberian or whatsoever, right? You got Lebanese Liberian, all of that stuff. You know what I mean? God knows, how many Liberians we got. But the market is definitely not being controlled by Liberians. I mean, by, you know what I mean, quote unquote. Like, you know what
Just
I mean?
say it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the market is being controlled by outside forces. And that is true. I mean, it's true. And the very people that control the market, they control other markets too in our sub-region. They control the market in Guinea, and I'm pretty sure they control the market in Sierra Leone too. I don't know about Ivory Coast, but in our Mano River Union, we know who controls the market. So there's so many things. And when you have that kind of,
monopoly.
When you have that kind of, system in place, with entrenched, powerful businessmen and women, you definitely leave them at the will and pleasure of the people if government not step in. And that's why this government now is coming to do something about it. And you're seeing a lot of people.
Everybody crying wolf.
Right? You're seeing a lot of people, including some of our very own politicians. Because it's not easy. It is not easy to regulate a market that have consistently be taken advantage of. Anybody that comes to fix that system, you're going to face absolute force, right? So I mean, like I said, the system that we have in Liberia, for us to have total control of it, I like the thing government is doing. And we saw what happened at the LPRC, right? We saw them, constructing, storage facilities that taking, another kind of what you call it, control by individual and giving government some level of petroleum product control in a country, right? Because if government have their own storage facility, then government don't have any sort of control on that end. The individual can definitely, do what they do because government have to rely on them. If they're ready to release fuel anytime they do it, you know what I mean? If they want to do it, so they become absolute, government become reliant on them and their actions.
Thank
So
you, George.
government is saying, okay, this is what we're going to do. Since we live in a capitalist system where the flow of the market determines on the individuals, we're not going to come and try to change that. But what we're going to do, we're going to build institutions to counter those elements. And that's what the government is doing. And that is why, I'm going to let on this in 30 seconds, that is why you're seeing a lot of people crying right now. A lot of people crying wolf. People that have enjoyed taking advantage of the Liberian market for so many years. But government is now putting a feet down and taking control of the very system that they have abused for all these years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Francis?
All right, thank you. And I want to say thanks to everybody. I think everybody actually did well, but I'm coming from different angle.
They did
Can
well.
everybody hear me?
Yeah, but you got some feedback though. I don't know.
I got feedback. It plays quiet. I'm begging screen.
Not necessarily from your background, but from your gadget.
It's a gadget in your connection. So to get a clear sound, if you log out and log back in, it could be better. Sometimes I think when you log in,
but let me make my point, then I can log out and come back. So you can hear me?
Try. We can hear you.
I see about
we can hear you. It's all right. Go ahead.
I don't have earpiece in my ears, though. I don't know why this phone keep doing this. I changed the other one already.
Do you have your Bluetooth on, though? Do you have your Bluetooth on? By any chance, do you have a Bluetooth on?
Yes, I do.
Disconnect your Bluetooth.
Put it off. Disconnect it.
Disconnect your Bluetooth. Yeah, disconnect your Bluetooth, man. If you're coming on, disconnect your Bluetooth. That will interfere with you.
Remember with school me? You let it business.
I tried to school he listening, so let him help me.
Have equal to me.
Can you say something?
Yeah, can I go ahead now? Am I better off?
No, it's still the same, man. But go ahead.
Oh my goodness.
Just go ahead. Go ahead, bro, Francis.
Yeah, man. Let me just try. Let me just give it a shot. Okay, cool. All right. So I know I listen to everybody, and we Liberian people, most of the time, we don't look at where we fall down, but we look at, we don't look at where we sleep, but we look at where we fall. The first thing we should be thinking of, our government, whether they have built any institution from the kingdom to today when it comes to the economic system in our country. That's the first thing. What are we doing with dual currency regime? What are we doing with it? Do we have control over the US data that is owned and printed by American government? And we have to pay for every single dollar that we use in Liberia to the feds. Why are we doing that? Why are we paying government officials with US dollar instead of giving them Liberian dollar in Liberia? Why are we doing that? And people say, oh, economy, but you know what's going on? I get it. The root cause of this thing here is about international trade. Majorities of the business owners in Liberia everything we eat, including the one from Guinea, is coming from somewhere. We don't get it done in Liberia. Even the market women going to Dubai, they need to carry US dollar. You see that? So the first concrete step the government is supposed to take, they need to do it the same kind of. You know, US dollar to token. So every single government official should not be paid in US dollar because we do not even print our own money in our own country. We got to go to different country. Liberty. Then you talking about US dollar? You have control over it? So let's look at our current finance minister history, for example, recent time, not even my heading time. When Gav took over, I still remember that particular interview. That his finance ministry going to carry on he's going to devalue the US dollar and make liberty valuables, which means, like our brother said, they put the liberty in the bank. They put the liberty in the bank and put the US dollar outside to drop the rate. That's the Coca-Cola policy. That's the Coca-Cola economic policy. It is not sustainable. The only way the rate dropping can be sustainable, it must have a stronger economic backing. International trade, for example, job creation, and others. Do we have it? This is a political makeup. That's why the business community does not trust the government. That's why the Fulani, the Lebanese people, the Indian people ain't taking it. $5 is 1,000. Whether you drop the rate or you don't, because it's a political decision. Somebody say, oh, the president appointed Jeremiah Kuhn to look into this, to say that with the business people. In the real world, when it comes to leadership, leading by example, Mr. VP actually sat down with business people to make Liberian people's life better by reducing prices. Then there should be a consultation. It should be gradual process. Not just coming once to money, like the way he wake up and just declare fast a prayer for the country. No, you don't drop the rate like that. There must be a stronger economic backing. So this thing is a political charade. No employment in the country beside the government. Everything we eat, it comes from abroad. Okay? Then we pay huge monies, US that are unreasonable. Stronger disparity between the ordinary people and the political elite. And all of that are US dollar. Then they fly all over the world without any dividend to the country. So the ordinary people are suffering. That's the reason why the rate is like this. I guarantee you, when God said we're going to make sure the US dollar drop or the rate drop, of course he did. What happened? When the first finance minister left under Joe Barakai, the rate was around 196, 195 around that corner. When God took over, the rate went up. He brought it down, and then it went back up. This one going to go back up because you know why? All that US dollar they pull out, the business people are going to buy everything. They're going to buy everything. Some of them will send it to Dubai. Some of them will send it to America. Some of them will send it to China and all over the world to buy their goods. Eventually, government Liberia does not have the legal authority to print the US dollar. Anyway, it's going to finish, and we're going to go back to square one. This is not leadership. This is dishonesty on the part of the government. This is dishonesty. It's not going to work because there's no employment. There is no country that will make their people to have economic prosperity without job creation. It's fake news. It ain't going to work. The dual currency regime, we need to trash it and use Liberian dollar like people do in Ghana, I'm told. Okay? We send money from here and go to government, take it and give it to central bank, and central bank China through commercial banks for business people to be supplied foreign exchange to buy their goods. And they need to stop paying government official US dollar. They need to pay them in liberty. They don't work for American government. They work for Liberian government, and Liberian government own Liberian dollars.
Thank you.
That's my take on that.
Thank you. Welcome to the show, Momo. Welcome, Maurice.
Thank you.
So go ahead. Your take on it.
Oh, me? My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yes, the issue about, because I was listening to Nelson, went on the streets to the markets, and we're talking to marketers and even buyers, about the current decrease in the exchange rate.
As we share the show, share it.
Favoring the Liberian dollar, but
I'm sorry, Momo.
there is still the price of basic goods and services are still to where they are still high. And yes, to some extent, I agree with Francis on this one. I think what the government needs to do, I think what actually informed this is the fact that I think they have sort of reduced the money supply of the amount of US dollar on the market and making Liberian dollar more. I think reducing the Liberian dollar, making the US dollar more on the market, and that way you find out that the Liberian dollar become stronger against the US, and that's, to me, it's artificial. I think it should be more informed by the market forces of supply and demand, right? So the basis for that should be the market forces should determine the rate, and then also the price. So when both go hand in hand, you get to see that as rate decrease, prices of basic goods and services will decrease if it's go by the natural forces. But I don't think this is natural. I think this is artificial, and that's why we are seeing what's going on. I think what the government needs to do is to increase export, and in order to strengthen the Liberian dollar, against the US dollar, they need to increase export and foreign exchange, right? They need to increase export. Definitely where they need to expand, cash crop exports. Let many of our resources, right? Like Francis said, the global market, right? We are not a player. Our resources, look, we're not. It's almost like, you see why Ghana is so powerful, because what Ghanaians have done, or what the Muhammad administration have done, is to buy all their gold reserve, right? They had to have their own gold reserve, right? They store all, and then everyone selling gold in Ghana. It's like the Ghanaian government try to, collect all their gold reserve in the country, and then store that value of the gold. So when they go to the international market, the Ghanaian city tend to be powerful up there, So you have to be a major player. Your goods and services on the market it makes you a major player, your major commodity. And also value addition to our natural resources, we have to also add some value to our of our natural resources like iron ore, rubber, and stuff. If there's no value addition, how do we then compete internationally? So you have to have some value added to your natural resources, not just exporting rubber, the raw product outside of the country. And then what we want to do is also boost to domestic production and reduce imports. If we can boost domestic production, food security, we boost local manufacturing, and also, use a value addition, like I said. These things inform, these things allow your currency to get stronger and stronger against the major currency, that is the US dollar. But if you just sit there and nothing else is done to sort of bring the market forces together, it's going to be virtually impossible to just, you can't just sit. That's why you see the price will remain what it is, because it's not informed by these forces that we're talking about. So they need to do a better job, and not just allow the people to say, oh yeah, the government is doing well, that they see a US rate dropping, and then the Liberian dollar is getting stronger. If it's artificial, you will see that, it will be an adverse reaction. It should be something where there should be, the price of, if US rates drop, it should go hand in hand with price dropping. So I think they need to do a better job. I think the central bank, along with the finance minister, they need to come together. The president economic management team need to do a better job. Look into what they need to do when it comes to, how we handle our resources, and then how we compete internationally on the global market.
Morris.
Yeah, I mean, good to be here. I mean, I'm not going to spend much time on this
Anytime
issue.
you make that announcement is on. So please don't. Because anytime you make that announcement, you can take 2 hours.
All right, I'll take it back. Okay, I'll take it back.
Okay.
I'll take it back. But I mean, hi to everybody on the show. Tule, it's been a while, Francis and Raymond and just everybody. Look, to begin with, there's no regime called US regime. No, because the US is a legal tender in Liberia. Their government did not import the US into the current. No, US dollar is legal tender. The same way Liberian dollar is legal tender is the same way US dollar is a legal tender. It's legal to pay in US dollar. It's a law. It's illegal to pay US dollar. So there's no mistake when the government pay in US dollar. So to make the argument that why are they paying US dollar, that argument is, I'm sorry to say it. I don't want to say it, but to move forward, right? Look, Liberia is a paradoxical country. Sometimes we appear like we want to give it and take it at the same time. Here we are. The US, we complain that we want the rate to come down. The rate coming down, and we have a side issue to it. What do we really want? Even the US dollar, look, the government can able to suppress one currency and just hold on to one currency, but are we ready to face the consequence? Are we really ready for that? We're not even prepared for that. The government they got the power to suppress, let's say they suppress the US dollar.
Yeah, so
and
what
they
is
just
the
hold on.
consequence of that when you
Huh?
support the US dollars, even though we are not the United States? If they
Say that again?
If they suppress the US dollars
Uh-huh.
and having us to use just the Liberian dollars that other countries are doing around there, I mean in the region using that currency, I mean what's it going to be for us? What's the damages?
No. I mean, they can do it, but as a consequence, the question is that are we prepared to face that consequence? We're not even prepared for that because here we are talking about US dollar coming down, and we're even having an issue. Look, the issue about job creation. There are many ways that job can be created in the country. One of the reasons why Liberia is one of the most expensive country, and these are just some of the reasons: the energy power, the electricity. We don't have power. Say for instance, I can run my business, no electricity. I buy gas for generator. How much do you expect me to pay my employees? I mean, let me real. How much do you expect me to sell my goods? So if we have electricity in the country, all these things are a way of empowering people. These are all job creation. You have more people into the business. If you create more roads where people can go everywhere they want to go, that's all ways of job creation. So the issue that people just think that when we say job creation, you bring one factory and just sell it down and get 50% working in that company. That's the only means of job creation. No, that's not the only means of job creation. When you open the country, when you create an avenue, these are all ways of job creation in the country. But like I said, I'm not going to say much. I mean, but it's just, this is not even something that we're supposed to be dragging on like, but I give my remaining time to Raymond.
Thank you. And this is what I wanted to support.
What's the name? George, when I 30 seconds earlier before.
Yeah, thank you.
When you got here remaining time, can I just
remaining time?
The question you asked as to what are the consequences if we lost the US dollars? I just want to answer that part of the question.
No, I said, are we ready? Are we even ready? The question was whether we're even ready for that.
And the truth of the matter is the US dollars gave us advantage, even though there are disadvantages and nobody can argue. Some economists, people who study economics to the highest level than some of us can't even write a paper on, are debating that. But let me speak to the advantage that I know from a common man perspective. Amy, the US dollar is an international currency. It makes it easy It makes it easier for anybody in Liberia to trade and do not have to buy international currency to trade. Because if you have to do a foreign trade and everything we consume in Liberia comes from outside. So with the help of the US dollar, we are helping to reduce our prices. Because if we didn't have the US dollar, we'll have to buy the US dollar on the international market. We'll be losing some Liberian dollars to buy the US dollar on the international market, which will add to the price of the goods we have in Liberia. So if we lose the US dollar, we'll have inflation on the prices of our goods in Liberia, because we'll have to buy the US dollar on the international market before we can trade, before we can bring rice into Liberia and everything that we consume that we do not have in. So the US dollar is stable internationally. So it's giving us a stable price. It's even helping to augment the Liberian dollars in our country because we have dual currency. Second is remittance. How many persons in the US do not send money to their family members in Liberia? It makes it easier for the Liberian people to still have the same value of the money we have in the US. Even when we travel from here, we go where our same money and spend it in Liberia. Ease. We take that, we will lose value of the US dollar when we go to Liberia because there's some money lost in the exchange of currency.
Thank you.
I could go on to name a lot more, but let's just take those two. I won't argue that there's no disadvantage. Like I said, economists at a higher level are debating it, but let's also remember that we have some advantages as well. Thank you.
George, economist, the elective economist, he's in. Let's go.
I don't want any title like that, please. I think it denigrates me when you want to use that.
Oh, come on, without your book thing that denigrate me. We all did some kind of world-class economist.
I don't want the title. I don't deserve the title. I don't deserve the title.
All right, don't take it. Go ahead.
I don't deserve the title. I don't want the title.
All right, that's fine, Josh.
Accept my wish, please. I beg you. Don't make fuss with me. Okay, let me tell my brother Raymond the reason why I think he's dead wrong. Right here in Ghana, I lived in Ghana before. I lived in Accra for some time, right? And if you send money to Ghana, you receive it in cities, and that has a lot of economic advantage when you do that. So I don't know where he's coming from to say international market. Every country, especially Liberia, especially we got reserve in New York or whatever it is, the reserve. Every country got US dollars, and there are exchange bureau designated by government, designated places where you can go and change money. If you have it, if you try with US dollar in your hand, you go and do it. And guess what? The advantage again, if you carry your MasterCard to Liberia, the country gets percentage from you by using your card there. That is still business for the banks that it give them money. So I don't know where you guys coming from, because everything you want to say here, you want to 30 seconds. And I want to say thank you to Tule. Tule, I've never agreed with you on so many things, but today I did agree with you. And the reason I agree with you is because you spoke about the policies, right? And when Raymond come here and try to make up things, and then I see people in the comment section say he giving somebody tutorial and blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you, there are two policies in the country. The monetary policy that has to do with the Central Bank of Liberia, and the fiscal policy that has to do with the development planning, the financial development planning. That's the two policies in the country. They come together to make
this for 30 seconds though. We can't. Yeah,
go ahead. Yeah, when people are talking, you don't come here with this type of suggestion. When people are talking, you didn't come up with that. I'm trying to say something. You trying to
keep it at 30 seconds, bro. This is a follow up.
You need to stop. You need to stop this.
No, I'm not gonna stop. I'm the co-host.
Go ahead and talk.
I'm the co-host.
That's what you guys do all the time.
No, I'm not gonna stop.
You don't want people to talk.
We got a lot of people on the panel. No, we're not doing that.
Just calm down now.
We're not doing that, George. 30 seconds. Yeah, your rebuttal can be 3 minutes, bro.
You're not a moderator to stop me and say that 30 seconds.
Well, if Amy is based on phone, if Amy is based on phone, I can definitely step in. That's what we got two moderators here. That's what it is, George.
Okay, moving on. Let's make progress. Come on.
You're sorry. Let's move on.
I need my 30 seconds. I put my hand for 30 seconds.
Come on, Teray.
I need 30 seconds too.
And you need to finish that song before you get another 30 seconds. Go ahead, Teray.
Why it is true that the U.S.
sounding grumpy.
Why it is true that the U.S. dollar, I mean, bring some level of, like importance to our economy, but it don't really bring any residual value to our economy. Matter of fact, it's actually at a detriment of our economy, because I will say this: throughout in that region, everybody going like, bro, all business, international business,
finish.
They all go like, bro, searching for the US dollars for
your
the international trades, right? So if you go in Liberia in search of US dollars, you are almost willing to buy the US dollars at any cost.
Your 30-second finish. Your 30-second finish.
George, we're not going to do this. If we should actually hold you. It's okay.
But George, you're not a moderator.
No, it's fine.
Amy and Ture are, so you can't hijack the show. You're not a moderator, George.
You have to understand.
Amy and Ture are, George, we are panelists.
George,
George, you spoke for your 30 seconds though. You had to.
We're not going to do this, George. We're not going to do this.
You got it. 30 seconds is exhausted.
No, but you spoke more than 30 seconds. If
You are not the regulator, bro. Respect the regulators. You're not the regulators.
George, you can't hijack this show, brother. We're having a fun discussion.
You're not one of the regulators.
You can't hijack this show.
You're not one of the regulators. You're not one of the regulators. So please, I try to keep it respectful. No. I try to keep it respectful. I try to keep it respectful. Listen to me. I try to keep it respectful. There are a lot of people here. People on here watching us. Right? Nobody want to go personal here. Even if we say 30 seconds, wait.
What is personal about that?
Wait. Even if we say 30 seconds.
But George, you are hijacking the show and all of us.
Even if we say 30 seconds.
These two people are the moderator, a moderator and a co-moderator. And we are panelists.
They are not.
George, we know very well, even if we say 30 seconds, nobody can fully exhaust their thought in 30 seconds. You know that. You know that, George. So don't bring any noise here.
He knows that. He's
don't bring any noise here, George. It's very much unfair. No, don't do that.
You couldn't allow me to exhaust my thought, but you want to exhaust your thought.
You were on for 3 minutes. What are you talking about? You asked for 30 seconds, you're on for 3 minutes. Stop.
Chairman, let's move on. Let's move on now, please. Let us move on, please.
How you doing, Tatas? Welcome to the show. I'm sorry you had to come in the firing session, but
the 30-second reporter, please. You can give me my time if someone is.
Tatas.
Yeah. Good morning to everyone. I'm media in the middle, so I don't know what the topic is about. So.
So we're gonna skip you on this one.
So let me get my 30-second rebuttal real quick. So Raymond was saying, to some extent, I agree with Raymond, but we cannot continue to dwell on the dual currency, the legal tender in our country, like US dollar continue to be and the Liberian dollar work hand in hand, even though it helps at times. But our merchant, the little man over there, still suffer from it because they're gonna look. Do you know who benefits a lot? The Lebanese, the top traders, they are the one in command. That's why we always say the Fulanese and the Lebanese control our economy. They own the US dollar. They hold those US dollars. Our little people will have to use more Liberian dollars in order to buy US dollar. In order to go and buy the goods, you have to spend more Liberian dollars. So it still hurts the people. So what I want to say in a nutshell, in order to strengthen the Liberian dollar, versus the US dollar, we need to boost domestic production and reduce import. That means we need to our local manufacturing. We have to support industry like the production of cement, bottled water, construction, materials, and these things. That we also have to talk about value addition. Once you add more value to cocoa production, to rubber production, and all this stuff, that means once we add value to them, we can then participate in international trade and be a major player where we can increase export and then decrease import. Those are things that can strengthen our local currency against the US dollar. When these players, when these policies are put in place and they come to fruition, you would definitely see the market forces playing easily prices of goods or prices of goods and services will drop. Just only if our government take on these or strategic measure, but not but for the short run. Yes, Raymond, I agree with you. It gives us some other advantage, but we cannot continue. That's why the economy would not go as far as we wanted to go because of this continuous dual legal tender. The U.S. dollar and the Liberian dollar find ways and means to get away from it, like what the likes of Ghana have done. That's my tip.
You. Morris?
30 minutes rebuttal.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, Sarah. So yes, I agree. But again, everybody, when we discuss Liberia problem, we are having to form a solution. And in planning to come up with a solution, you must have short, medium, and long-term plans. And what we're discussing is an immediate. So it's called short-term. So other values and all those things, they're not short-term. They're going to take a lot. So like, I think someone said the low-hanging fruits for Liberia right now is to provide energy, roads, and the likes before we can even go on to industries and other things. So I agree with everybody. That's a solution, but that's a long-term solution. And a short-term definition in planning is anything between the 2 years range. Medium is around the 5 years range. Long-term is 20+ years range. Can Liberia achieve these things that we're talking about in 2 to 5 years, considering we are a least developed country?
Nope.
Mind you, we got to understand who we are, what our challenges are, what are the resources we have access to, what can we use to get where we want to go. When we consider all of that, we realize that all that we're saying is good, but it's not applicable in the short term. And let me give you an advantage that the US dollar gave to Liberia. Our petroleum per liter in Liberia, we sell gas in Liberia for 80-something cents. And all our neighboring countries, Guinea, Sierra Leone, and the others are paying $1-something cents for a liter. You know why? They're buying it on the international market. By the time they convert to their local currency and all their tariff, their gas price is higher than us. We don't produce petroleum. The only person that lower than us in the sub-region of Nigeria because they produce their own petroleum. And they had to go onto strike to reduce their petroleum. Ghana pay $1.25 per petroleum for a liter of petroleum. The same thing with Sierra Leone, Guinea, and the likes. That's because we have the US dollars. And like everybody said, why will foreigners come in our country to hunt for US dollars? Because it's an added advantage. The local businessmen already have it. They don't have to go outside to Sierra Leone to hunt for it. But I agree, it's not only advantage, but there are also some disadvantage. But when we talk about it as it's only disadvantage, that's where some of us will come in to point out the advantage as well. Thank you.
Morris?
Yeah, sometimes when we come to this conversation, we should come with the understanding and with the honesty. The reason why I even brought this US dollar currency, because the brother said it's a regime currency, as if this regime is the one that manufacture this whole US currency thing. No, the US currency is a legal tender, and the government can just wake up one morning and say no US dollar because it's a legal tender, and it's not illegal to pay in US dollar because it's a legal tender in the country. So I just wanted to make that point. But you see, I agree with Turi. Actually, you see, this has been the problem with the country. We believe in the short-term term, and I know the reason to that, because the politicians have been consumed by this public sentiment that, before the people say something, look, Madam Salif has a perfect opportunity to have changed most things in this country. But because of the same public sentiment, because our one person who condemned Madam Salif's short-term electricity project, small light today and no big light tomorrow, no. Just forget about it. Even if it takes 2 years, 3 years, the people not get current, work on the current electricity, work on the electricity thing. Don't think, but because of the politics, you run campaign, in 6 months time, in 1 year time, I'll bring current. So you just go bring some hold them from Ghana and say short term in 6 months time, July 26th, they able to get live, short like current, and she lay back. Last minute time, she said a hard rule. It's Yeah,
let you deal with our
exactly.
airport.
So
Airport, what
look,
kind of makeshift
as a
airport is it?
as a leader, you have to be decisive. You know what good for your people. Forget about the short term. Forget about the politics. Forget about the public sentiment. Even if you take 1 year, 2 year, work on and have a stable current. But again, like I said, the politics in the country, everybody think about what the people will say. What the people will say. At the end of the day, that person will spend 12 years, 6 years. At the end of the day, he will just lead everything chakla. He will not do one thing that he can point out. This is one thing that the person was successful in. You know, it's sad.
Thank you. Tatos, you got what we talking about now, or you just wanted to move on?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You know, the problem about Liberia, like what Maurice Jeff was saying, the dual currency is very affecting us in a way that because we have Liberian dollars, we have the
But man,
US
don't laugh
dollar.
on me. I never said that.
Okay. What I'm saying here is that the dual currencies affecting us because we have the liberty, we have the US dollars. And now even if you go in the market, there are local things where it's supposed to be in a liberty, they will tell you say, oh, it's $5 or $3, $4. Now, if the government decide to take the US dollars, but how they will take the US dollar within or 2-3 years, because the politics is too much in a way that the money they taking pay probably when they convert it in the water, it will some of them will enter in $1 million per month. Because if one of the representatives taking something like $5,000, $8,000, if you convert that money in liberty, it will exceed it. It will be big. Like maybe probably who the Lebanon will say, oh, the people are making money, and these are some of the things that they're stepping us. But these are we need to our leaders need to put themselves together to see how best they can take US dollars. That's why it can be happening. It can be done in 1 year time, but at least let them see by all costs. Like what Maurice said, he said if it call for you to take 3 years to fix LEC, it better for you to take 3 years or 4-5 years to face one thing. That would be much better than for you to be jumping from place to place. But too much politics very affecting us in this country.
Thank you. So, guys, we're moving on to what we've been talking about over the past few days with the whole petroleum thing. So there's I think this came out yesterday that Musa ability to pay $19 plus government or go to plus government to go to jail. They say Musa Ability says the government is taking advantage of ordinary people, yet he himself rented the China Union storage facility at LPRC for 9 years without paying Liberia. It's required. This is a commentary. 10 cents. Well, anyway, he rented a storage at the LPRC for 10% share, and he did not pay for 9 years. In the storage facility hold 5,280,000 a gallon. It if Musa Belly stores storage once every month, 35 cents times you already won't kill him. Times this amount, we talking about what? 100 and guys, just do the math. 180 what? 4,008 184 million and 48 so I might have go perfect key on here. Let me
That imperfect key number you reading that now.
180 it should be 184 million and 8,000, right? Okay. 10% on each of the gallon. So for Musa Belede 9 years, right? He did not pay that amount. Now the government is saying that he pays or he goes to jail. So is this real that Musa Belede is being targeted by the government, or
but Amy, before then, the source you're reading, is that an official government?
Yeah, I don't think that's what the
Oh, I
government
should go to the. Okay, let me go to
I've been
the.
following, but I don't think the government is going after
Because
Mr. Bailey for not
I
paying
saw
that
that
money.
on Sharon, like, I saw it on
I
Sharon,
think
like,
it's going to be
I don't
it's
know.
going to be something like 10 million.
But is
Well,
it
it's
something that you can
19.
find on the
The
information?
e-mansion.
Or
The official government source,
government official source?
Okay.
like the Justice Ministry,
I try to find it, but
Mansion,
this is the one I keep.
or
Or you can easily cut a clip
Information Ministry.
from Amos Store.
But you guys know the story, right? I
Yeah,
try to
you
get
can call a
those.
clip of Amos Store appearance
I keep
on the
coming
class
out.
reloaded because he clearly laid out there. You
Yeah,
know,
that's the Amos Western I was trying to
yeah,
find, but
but
keep
yeah, it
coming.
wasn't about the
Stuff.
amount of Musa Bailey. Oh, I don't think that's what they're after him for. I think
Yeah,
someone
people
just
trying to make it look like he's being targeted. So I want
Are
to.
you reading that from front page? Is that front page?
It's not on front page, so I don't know. That's why I'm checking.
It
It's on
is
front page. It's not on Spoon.
It is on class reloaded. Amos Store, the MD.
Spoon now. Spoon are not reliable source, man.
Yeah.
No, Amos Store, the MD.
Spoon are not reliable. Spoon are not reliable source. Can't see that
That's
on Spoon.
the
Yeah,
MD
MD did. Okay, so let's go to the
This spoon is not
Can come up
reliable.
with.
Thank you, Morris.
Again, something that's
Well, Amy, I think Amy, you could give us 30 seconds
Yeah,
each to
let's
talk about it.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
a little bit.
okay.
So
So the question should be.
Let's start from the Liberian boys.
So the question should be
before the.
But Amy, you have to lay the question out.
Exactly.
Oh, I did. I said. I mean, this is something.
But to you the co-host, so lay the question out to Ray.
Why does Musa Bailey feel
There should be a merit in his case, but not target or not target.
Is there any evidence from government maneuvering of trying to shut up loopholes in what have become some malpractices in the economy and stuff like that? Should business, including Musa Bailey, now coming out to say this is a targeted effort, right? Because he literally used that word, right?
Right, he did.
Right, that he's been targeted. Is Musa Bailey actually being targeted by the Liberian government?
Yeah, that was my question.
You know, wisdom. Okay, who's over the start? So
let's
start from me and go around. Start from me and go around.
Let's start. Let's start from the end this time.
Okay.
Chance Puto, go ahead.
Yeah, I was trying to because guys just keep going on. And after this, something we're just getting to what you something here for, I didn't know that. But go ahead.
All right, so I like to say thank you again. Everyone was saying, this is something that I feel like Musa Bailey, he is a business-minded person, and when he sees the fact that the government is trying to actually bring the livelihood to the people, he feels frightened because he is a businessman, and that is where his source lies, his source of income lies. So I'm just trying to say this. The whole thing about Amos Tour and the LPRC, whatever, I feel like the government trying to make sure that the people get what they deserve. But there are certain people who claim to be business-minded people are trying to be an obstacle because they want to have all they themselves. They take this thing too personal because they put their personal interest first and not the people interest. So Amos Toure, through his power, he decided that since this thing had not happened over years, 40 years or plus ago, he should be one of those people that will implement it. And the shortage, or let me say the shortage, but the limitation when it comes to gasoline prices and stuff like that. He tried to do that because he felt that the Liberian people really need that. And when it comes to business in Liberia, transportation comes first. And people who are actually doing business and making money in Liberia, there are people who are doing transportation business, especially for the gas, the motorcyclists, the commercial drivers and stuff like that. So it's a major thing. So I think Musa Belete is kind of frightened. He's kind of frightened in the sense where
30 seconds.
He's kind of frightened in the sense where when the government comes up with this kind of a development, it will actually bring a detriment to his business, and at the end of the day, he will be a loser. So I think he's at fault, and the government is after him, and we're gonna do our best through the effort of the president to make sure that whatever he has done, he be apprehended for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Tatos, from Musa Belete's plate, our government is saying, Musa, you have taken advantage of this loophole for a very long time, and we're trying to just, build this playing field where everybody else can actually eat from the table. Is that what's happening here, or Musa Belete just feel like
let Musa Belete, if he think that the government wanting him, or maybe probably the government trying to get rid out of him, let him go to court. But I don't think that by him going from radio, because he is going from radio station to radio station. The particular man who all know that even the FIFA have problem with him. Even the FIFA, they made a businessman, even the FIFA have problem with him. And then Musa Belete is a man that say he won't contest, he won't become, no, seriously. He won't become president for this country. Someone that won't become president for this country, he want to corrupt the government. He ain't get there yet. All this money he been owing. He's also one that was doing his regular business. He was not even representative when he was owing all those money. Now yes, he not been paying. So if he even give the man power as president, you know what he will do for the country? At the end of the day, it will be more than the other people. What the other people does for the past time. So let Musa Belete try and pay the money and forget about saying from going to radio station or the government hunting how they doing this. If he think that he have a way up, he can survive from it, then let him go to court. We have good. Thank God that he's a chairman on the rule of caucus. He said the law is the law. So let him go to law and see how best he can pay the money. Let him just forget about talking too much. Men are good about talking too much. Do what you can do. Simple.
Busy man, I tell
you finish?
Too much.
Tatos, thank you very much.
That was good, man.
For 2 minutes 30 seconds, Tatos went 1 minute 30 seconds. Thank you, Tatos. Morris, I come to you. This government obviously showing different signs.
You think they over to Batara or what?
My man, wait, your time coming back. Why you watching the TV for that?
Just love notice. I don't know that yet.
I love notice.
George, why are you the only opposition? There are several panelists. Nobody opposed.
Why is it that everybody is obviously enjoying this?
Not opposing does not mean I can't oppose, my man.
Why? Why it has to be you?
Why can't be me? Ask yourself.
My man, this guy,
because you are deviant.
We're having a transition.
Doesn't make sense.
That's a perfect sense. You are deviant.
Come on, man.
Doesn't make sense.
Come on, man. Stop this, man. Let's
I can ask question. She started leading the show. She was a host. And we
George, you're not in the. If everybody else here accepted, that's leadership.
Because you all agree. Listen, because you all agree.
Yeah, but George, you cannot. You can't dictate. You can't dictate over everybody what happens. George, your sentiments is not the standard of how things happen. If everybody else accepted, it affects you.
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
George. the point there is you have when your time reach, you have your own saying. You say your own, the other person come to say their own.
My man, wait. The man just ask question. The man just ask question.
Your objection is not warranted. How about that?
Yeah, the man just ask question, my man. Sometimes.
All right, what's the question?
No, the question finished.
Simple question. As a simple question. Answer me. That's all. Then I see Robert Jordan from behind the closet coming to me talk about
nobody asked you for a question. Just relax.
All right, guys.
Morris.
All right, guys.
Look.
George,
this
that
government
kind of president will want
serious.
that, bro.
The government
That's not the kind of
obviously.
president will want
I
that,
can't be
bro.
a president, sir, because most of you guys don't even
Can you stop
understand
this?
what
Man,
you're
George
doing.
is holding the show hostage, and he got to enable us on the show.
Go ahead,
Make it a
Ture.
whole show about you, bro. Come on, stop that.
Go ahead.
Hey, you can't tell me what to stop. I'm telling you.
No, you need to stop. No, Emmy, you need to tell I got off there for real. Come on, man. Take that man off. Come on.
No, bring it.
Morris,
Yeah.
look, at the end of the day, let's make this clear. We this generation, we're gonna tolerate individuals, their opinion and stuff like that. But when it comes to a point where it becomes an obvious disturbance, then we have to do something. All right, we're not gonna hold our audience and our viewers hostage because George is trying to be petty on the show. Come on, man. Morris, look. This government, obviously, from every indication, government is showing a deliberate, approach to fixing LeBron old age problem. That the business owners will pay their fair share in taxes to government. But Musa Belete is taking this absolutely upfront. He's making it clear that this government is obviously coming for him. He creating this thing of a witch hunt kind of thing. Should LeBron buy into that, or Musa Belete just trying to draw attention?
To begin with, you'll bring George back, man. But look, Musa Belete, the reason why we even have any the conversation because Musa Belete plays himself like a politician. Because Musa Belete have to understand, you can't have behind the business. The whole thing about businessman, the whole storage stuff. It's not just Musa Belete. Why Musa Belete? Because he positioned himself like a politician. So right. So when you place yourself like a politician, you'll be discussed in that manner. Because the thing is that you're not the only person. There are other three. I think there are other three companies, bigger companies. They honor the Conex and they Aminata. Other. Why they not talking? Yeah, why they not talking? Because for them, they are business people. They don't have to be coming on every radio station, the political. No, they're not politicians. Musa Belete is a politician. So he thinks.
Musa Belete is talking as a politician now or as a businessman?
He's talking as a politician.
Is he talking for people now or he talking for himself?
Musa Belete talking for himself. Musa Belete not speaking for nobody. That's what I just said. Because if Musa Belete was speaking, Musa Belete not speaking for the business, for the business body. He's speaking as a politician. The reason we're even having a conversation because why? Musa Belete going everywhere, placing himself like a politician, trying to gain, the political sympathy from the public. That's the whole essence. But other than that, look, the government is there to generate money. The government is there to look for the loopholes where to get money from. We don't have you say pull out. We don't have no money coming in the country, so to say. The government will always be there to find means of getting money. The government say, look, you were paying 35. They were paying 35 cents, going straight to you. Now we can take this amount. In fact, as a matter of fact, you are not being paying so and so amount. So you have to pay. And the whole time about Musa Belete issue, it did not just start with this government. The thing started from Madam Salib. It was a time Madam Salib and Musa Belete fall apart. Only saying rule issue, story, stuff like that. What happened at the end of the day, it died down. And this is the thing about the country. The politicians are so selfish. When a government want to go after you, by the time you align with that government, they lay back. Every government do that. Madam Salif and Musa Belete were together like the Musa Belete and Madam Salif Hembo. He was even one time mobilizing chairman for most Colorado County. When him and Anseli fall apart, they put the yo-yo behind him. When he came up to Madanseli, the whole thing died down. Through all the unity, through all the job we had done, nobody even scratched Musa Belete. And the good thing is that this government, you can't say he was with the government, he was not with them. I think they're just doing what is normal. So Musa Belete can cry for not to Judgment Day. Nobody going to listen to him. If you think his rights has been violated, the legal law, he will take flight to the court. You know, it's just as simple as that. So the crowd will not gain sympathy for anybody. When he politician, they will treat him as a politician. He now appear like a business person because the other people there, what they're not talking. Probably they're doing their thing behind the scene. But he coming in the public because he feel that like Liberia right there, just talk. There are people that will fall for it. You know.
30 seconds.
No, I'm done.
You done? Okay.
Yeah.
Bro Tule, they say do not miss pleasure with business.
Business with pleasure.
And don't miss pleasure with business, right? If you're a businessman, stay in your business lane, you know. But if you jump in the arena of politics and business, then obviously things will happen, and the rules in politics is different from that of politics. Is this a politics or government is actually just playing fair game here? That you know what I mean? You everybody should pay their fair share to government, and government, the whole essence of government is to add value to the people. And there's not a better way government can do that, or government can have the ability to do that if government is not doing well with generating revenue, and to do that through tax and all of that stuff. So is this a witch hunt of Musa Belete just trying to create a cloud where there is no cloud?
So from where angle you come from, so if you come from the Belete camp, right? Because he's a politician now, right? You will look at it. You look at this action by the government as a witch hunt, but in my opinion, the government is doing what she's supposed to do, right? Look, this decision was, this whole issue about Musa Belete feel that he's been targeted because the government kind of clamped down on what has happened in the past so wrongly that no one, tend to put an eye on. But thank goodness that we have an MD in Amos Tour who was very farsighted, who was very knowledgeable about the industry, and brought something to our attention that for many years, our people have been, ripped off from their what belongs to them, like Putu said. There were times where, in our country, look, Musa Belete was storing, he has a storage facility at the LPRC, right? But he was storing our petroleum products, right? 35 cents per metric tons.
No, per gallon. Per gallon.
Yeah, the gallon metric ton is almost what I'm talking about. So he was storing 35 cents per gallon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at industry best practice within the region, our sub-region, Sierra Leone and rest of the other country, those countries in the sub-region were charging less than $5. Some of them even $5 per gallon. So could you imagine Musa Belete for so many years? This is the reason why you see prices of petroleum, the pump price has been that kind of way where we were managing it, but it was always not something that it was always high, and then most often our country was so much dependent on the importers and stuff. So Amos Tour now discovered that look, this has got to get to the attention. They have gotten to the attention of national government, and the Senate called a hearing where they invited even the importers. Musa Belete, they call all of them to come to hearing. None of them show up. Mm-hmm. So the hearing they call now, they call LPRC and other stakeholders to come to a hearing where the Senate discovered that this issue has been ongoing for years and no one took action. That now that the storage price per metric ton or per gallon of petroleum product should never have been 35 cents. If other countries within our sub-region, people around us are storing petroleum product for less than 5 cents or even 5 cents per gallon, why were we doing? So Musa Bede, who seemed to be this guy who said he want, he's a rule of law guy. He wants to be elected president of the Republic of Liberia. He wants to get the people out of poverty. So how are you then, knowingly you were ripping out the people, you were stealing from your own people, enriching yourself at the detriment of the Liberian people. You are not playing a fair game. You are literally like enriching yourself while you are making the poor people to become even more poorer, or poorer rather. So now the government decided to take the right initiative. So the government
30
said,
seconds.
we are going to make sure the price of storing petroleum product will be 5 cents or maybe 10 cents, and then the remaining of those amounts will go to services like when they bring the yellow machines, maintenance of a yellow machine, 9 cents go to so all the different social services that would benefit the Liberian people. How then are you saying that you've been targeted? You should even be ashamed of yourself that you've been ripping the Liberian people off for years, and now that they have come to realize this has been upon them, you should just be humble and just accept this thing and let's move on. But for you to be parading from radio station to radio station saying that you are being targeted, it's just unfair. Just so disingenuous to the people of Liberia, and he should be ashamed of himself. The government of the Republic of Liberia is doing the right thing, and at least we have come to realize that there was too much burden on our people, and it has been lifted. That burden has been lifted, and the people, the government has come to the rescue of the Liberian people, and we should just move on. Let him start crying that someone's trying to go after him. No one cares about him.
Thank you very much. Thank you so very much. Ray, look, there comes a time in life where bad law will kind of ensue, right? For Musa Bede, have jumped over so many hole that people might have dug for him. He jumped over a hole when Madam Seri was there. He kind of jumped over a hole when CDC brought about that whole money that they wanted to do something. They went to close his business, and then in less than 72 hours they reopened it, and they could not tell the Liberian people on which term, that really had them reopen Musa Bede business. And when they said it was due to tax reason and all of that stuff, or the road fund actually, and it did not tell whether the man pay even half for it or something like that. But anyhow, we have a government now that is intentional. We have a government that is looking for fun, to carry on some of their projects, and they're actually seeing this area open that they feel Musa have exploited for years. And they're trying to do something about it. And Musa is out here now going on a radio tour telling the Liberian people that the government here for me. The government here for me. Is this something that Liberian people should buy? Or government should do what government should do?
So the very first thing I want to let the Liberian people know, any claim that is made can be tested based on the evidence. Musa Bede claimed that he's being targeted by the government. What are the evidence? He claimed that he's taking 35 cents per gallon for storage, when the cost of fuel in Liberia is in the range of $3.35. My people, when you do the math, that's 10%. Meaning when you go to the gallon, to the pump to buy a gallon of fuel, when you pay $3.35, you're giving Musa Bede 35 cents, and you're giving the Liberian government, the people the place they bought the fuel from, the ship that it came onto Liberia, the tanker that it went into to go to the pump, and the people that are at the pump, you give all of them $3, and the value of the fuel, and the government taxes and everything, you're giving Musa Bede 35 cents. When you test that, Musa Bede is not the only storage facility, so he cannot be targeted. And when you come to look at it honestly, that's the definition of corruption. Because Liberian people, you are the one making Musa Belete the millionaire that he claimed. That's not fair business. And the role of government is to intervene, to check all the free market failures. Exploitation is one of them. When the government says that the price that people charging for certain things is not warrant the service the providing, government needs to intervene. So this is what the LPRC have done. But the question, thank you, Ture, for laying my question out so well, that we could see the trend of Musa Belete in the various government. Musa Belete was maneuvering, striking deals with politicians. And that's why Liberia continue to be corrupt, because many of our politicians will do corrupt deals. I want to assume that 35 cents were not eaten by Musa Belete alone. There were people in government who struck the deal with him, who would give you 35 cents for storage. Maybe you would take the 20 cents and the 15 cents would be for us. And Musa Belete, when you stay to the deal goes. But we can see a transformation. I know a few of our friends here say nothing has changed, but a single step is a change when you haven't made a step. And when you make a single step, it's a change. I like to call them baby steps. The government is making baby steps. That this government could look at that 35 cents and say, look, Musa Belete, come here. There's money plenty. Let us make a deal. They did not do that. And it's not only Musa Belete who have storage facility. As much as he's one of those, the government is giving 5 cents. And my brother have laid it well. I will want to let you know that, for example, in Guinea and Sierra Leone, the cost for a gallon of fuel is almost $5.50. And they're taking only 5 cents to store fuel in those countries. The cost of storage.
350 gallon.
But Liberia, we're taking 35 cents. That's its exploitation. Musa Belete should give government of Liberia some money back for exploitation. All the money were not fair. And the law said anything they're not doing according to the law isn't doing at all. But again, he signed a contract with government. So they will say that the law. But in the moral code, that's exploitation, that's corruption. Musa Belete should be ashamed, and every well-meaning Liberian should name and shame him for who he is. Everywhere he went, his hands is in the cookies jar, rolling down his sleeves, and he's dirty with all the money oil that he has stolen. He went to FIFA, it was the same issue. The CDC government held him for road phone. We know it died down. What did they do? Whether he gave them some of the money and they gave him some of the money and he paid paper money, whether that was not real money to clear him out, nobody knows. But now we see this deal that he has for 35 cents isn't fair. Liberian people, that all he's stealing from. And for me, there is no wish hunt. I want to commend the government. These are the steps we ask of the government to ensure that our market and the social services, the welfare of the Liberian people can be met. And when you take 35 cents and put it into yellow machine that will build our roads and help increase our cultural production, that's the way to go. And these are the kind of recommendations my other brothers have been giving. Thank you.
So let's clarify here. Is 35 cents per metric ton, which is about 350
That's not
gallons.
true. No.
No, that's
No,
why.
it's per
No,
gallon.
that's why I have
Per
it.
gallon.
I have the 1 metric ton is 350 gallons. So
Yes.
it must have said 35 cents per metric ton. It's still a high. It's
Let me.
still high.
That's why I'm trying to find a video.
In the
so
sub-region,
I can play it.
I have the
It's
video.
not.
I can play it.
Yeah,
Too late.
Hold on. If
No,
if
too
you
late
get
is
the
per
video,
gallon.
just send it to Amy.
It's
But
per gallon. It's
I-
35 cents per gallon. It's
Yeah,
not per
just
minute.
put that point and send it to me. I'll play. It's 35 cents per gallon.
It's per
But
gallon.
Amy,
It's 5 cents
Amy,
for 35
Amy,
gallons.
let's be fair to our audience. Sometimes we can take corruption. You know, when people talking, sometimes they can make errors. Amos Stewart is not, you know, maybe he may have said it, but it could have been a slip of tongue where he was meant metric tons and he used gallon. That's common in communication. So it's possible it might have been metric tons because George said the same thing. So if everybody's saying the thing, they're reading
But
it
he
somewhere.
still gets rich even if you import 2 or 3 million metric ton or petroleum product multiplied by 35 cents, you are in the high end of you making millions and
That's
millions.
not a money.
Yeah,
That's
because
not a
Amos
money.
Stewart said, Amy, that's where I want to agree with them. Amos Stewart
Send it
said,
to me, Momo. Let's play. Because
no,
from
Amy,
the
I
way
don't
he
want us to
said
play
it, you
it.
know where
Yeah,
he
don't play
was.
Amos.
No,
I mean,
Amy,
No, don't
you
play
could
it.
play it, but he could be misspeaking.
yeah.
So if
but
you
let's
just take
see
a
for the
word for it,
context. That's why I said when I remember from when he went, this is what the guy, what's his name? Patrick put a question to him, and Patrick was doing it wrong way. He came out back and started doing the math. So Patrick, like how many, gallon in Sierra Leone and in Liberia. So I mean, let's just still play that part. That's what I'm saying. Because I mean, he's the LPRC boss. I would take what he said to me. Then I mean, other people could be saying the truth, but
because when I listened to Amos, he said per gallon. I listened to him. He said per gallon, and I even listened to when he appeared on Spoon.
He did mention gallon and metric tons. He measured metric ton.
5 cents per metric, 3 for metric ton in Sierra Leone. That's what he said. And 35 cents in Liberia per gallon. That's
35 cents per gallon, exactly.
Yeah, 35 cents per gallon. But in Sierra Leone is 1 metric ton.
Yeah, I agree, Amy. I just did my fast research. It says per metric ton is $122 per 50 cents per metric ton for storage fees in Liberia. It was $122.50 per metric ton.
Okay, let me get my own in. Let me get my own in there and turn it over to Amy. Then we can get our final topic here. But look, guys, let me tell you, there's no wish on going on here. Okay, maybe the government just saying, okay, we're not gonna do business as usual, right? And if new government come over, government that's very serious about doing the business of the people with all of their hearts, they look for all of the loopholes. All right. So this is what is going on. Nobody should take offense to this. And for Liberia to work for all Liberians, we need government that will go above and beyond, right, in getting to the basis of where the lapses are. And no government, I mean, even these great United States that we are privileged to be in, survives without every citizen paying their share in taxes. Okay? Not just share, but your share in taxes. Because if American man tax benefit on you, you go to jail. There is no if and but about it. Even if the people, they will write you letter, or full-blown letter with your address, your name, your social security on it for 35 cents, they will say that letter you pay. So they don't play with it. Because at the end of the day, that we like women, let me give you guys a story here, right? And I'm gonna end with this. I went to a post office during Christmas time. I was sending a Christmas card to somebody. And you know, Christmas time here, the post office be busy because everybody's sending their card and stuff like that. I was in line and this adult man came behind me. I was trying to send some package to my brother in Australia. And this guy was behind me. I was trying to figure out the address because sending international. So I'm messing things. So every time I go to the cashier will tell me, oh man, go back. You got this wrong. So the elderly man was standing behind me. I told him, I said, go ahead of me. I'm gonna go make some adjustment. I'm gonna come. The person said, no, I'll wait for you, you know. So through all that, I handled my situation. And the papa went ahead of me while me trying to figure out my receipt and everything. And the old man took out his receipt. He said, look, I think he cheated me off of 33 cents. So that man drove his car from his house to come all the way for 33 cents business. And the moral of the story is, you don't say because, oh, that money, that 900, that money, I just want at 10 cents. No.
It adds up.
Do you know how many million people in Liberia, if everybody are paying 35 cents? Do you know how much that can do in a country? So I'm telling you, that's what the old man told me. And from that day, my perspective about money changed. So everybody need to pay their share for a country to move forward. And that's why America don't play with their tax benefit. It was because of taxation without representation that brought about the Great Britain and America falling apart. So I'll just say that back to you, Amy.
Can you guys listen to this, please? Y'all listen to this quick from Amos Sweat.
It's less than 5 cents less than 5 cents in Sierra Leone. Across other countries, they are around 3 cents, 5 cents, and less than that on gallons. So it was determined that our storage fees should be on par with the region, because
our storage fee was what by that time? Sorry,
35 cents. From 35 cents.
Sierra Leone have 5 cents.
Yes, less than that. Sierra Leone have 5 cents on a metric ton. They've got 5 cents, less than 5 cents on metric ton.
And you see how you flip-flopping?
In Liberia,
no, just wait.
5 cents on gallon. So then it was determined that it has to be reduced to the 5 cents. Then the recommendation also goes to
I don't want to clear that. He used metric ton, he used gallon. Right?
In the Sierra Leone case, that when he used the metric ton.
But metric ton is 1 metric ton is 350 gallons.
He
So
said
Yeah.
that.
But what the man said.
You can't compare the two, so I don't know.
No, but what the man said. The man did not misspoke.
If
So I thank you, everybody.
Less than 5 cents for
If anybody can read my screen, can you read my screen?
I mean, we can see that in yourself, really.
Okay, so it says, I just did a current search. It says the current storage fees for a metric ton of petroleum in Liberia is approximately $17.50, following a recent price adjustment, which is a significant reduction of the prior rate of over US $123 per metric ton.
Metric ton, yes.
So the prior price in Liberia was US $123 per metric ton. And the current adjustment is $17.50 per metric ton. And that's not Samuel Tuer speaking. That's the official government information on the internet.
That's the 35 on the
That
gallon.
means you gotta do the conversion now.
That's the
Yeah.
35 cents.
Per
Because
gallon,
it's
you gotta do
350
a
gallon,
conversion
right?
per the gallon
Yeah,
now.
so what we're seeing, the 35 cents was never a metric ton because it was
No, it was not a metric ton, brother.
$123, over $123 per metric ton. So the 35 cents were per gallon.
Per gallon.
Right.
I mean, okay.
Right.
That is humongous. Like, seriously? From
The
5?
mail getting over 2.9 million every year. I think something like that.
And this guy
Every
telling
year,
us
what you
that
will get
he's the third lane, like, third option
Exploiting the
for the
Liberian
Unity
people.
Party
You
and
stealing
the
from Liberian
CDC
people.
government.
Yeah, you stealing. You take the Liberian people money, using it on them, and behaving as though you saw a Messiah that came to rescue the people, or you came to. Come on, man.
The country just a bad country, man. The people will go and corner the people and give them money. Then they will come in the public. They will come. You know how many times Musa Belete and Haka they say, I dare anybody to come after me. I challenge them. Behind the scene, you go there and give them something. I mean, that's just a country, man.
Because our government can make it to restitute.
Yeah.
He made our statement during 2023. When that reform money came up about about 5 million, when it came up, he made our statement. He said he dare anybody to come out and prove that he only the Lebron government.
He can be made to restitute that money because that's unfair business practice, and the government can go after him, and maybe that's why he's crying wolf right now, because the government can make him to get that money back, because he's totally stolen. You know very well for years you've been exploiting the people, and then to make it even worse, he got into politics to say you want to be got in political party, that you want to sort of ostracize other people, you want to kind of smear other people. Now
When are the mayor ready to be president? When are the mayor ready to be president?
I think we should go to the final topic, right?
Yeah.
Are we stopping now?
Yeah, I think we should stop here and kind of like bring brother Fitzgerald.
Why not bring George back, man? Bring George back.
Morris,
No,
I can
let's
go in
George-
George's house and get him to come on the show.
The man out the backstage.
So I can bring him back.
Oh,
Why would I keep
let me-
George back there all this time? George left. You're not getting for BD Pageant.
People talking about the government trying to suppress a Liberian business. No, if a Liberian
No,
business
that's not-
here
see?
in America, here in this country, the government has some kind of
The government
regulation.
go after businesses here. American
I mean, that
businesses.
political thought that, man. That political thought that. Don't matter.
But this is the problem about Liberia, though, Momo.
That
This is the
political thought.
problem. Whenever the government try to do something like that, people are protecting other people. Then you see more people that when there's something, oh, the government is not doing that, the government not doing that, the government not bidding, the government not bidding, they want how they heck, you want for the government to do
The
this
yellow
too?
machine coming.
If
Thank
they are
God we
not
have
paying,
found
people are not paying what's supposed to be paid to the
we have
government.
found a loophole where we can take money from to support the effort of maintaining our yellow machine, our agriculture machine.
The people
Thank
are
goodness.
sad.
Yeah.
When it comes to an individual, everybody want to protect somebody, but then they want the government to take money from heaven and do these things. And it's sad because I don't know.
Total exploitation.
So, Amy, this is it, right? And everybody, corruption is like a syndicate. People benefit. Anytime there are few persons benefiting from any activity, they will try to protect it. So all those that are benefiting from this extortion, like corruption, they will fight back. Like even the drug business that going on in Liberia, the drug fields. There are people benefiting from it. They're fighting back. They won't sit there and you take it from the hands because they are the one benefiting. But the truth is the vast majority are at a disadvantage. So the good, well-meaning Liberians will fight for what benefits general society, whereas the bad elements will fight for what benefits them.
But in other countries, remember, we got a business oligarchy. But in Liberia, we got political oligarchy.
Right.
You know, that's what we got. All these companies there, like Exalted Mentor and all that, B Mountain or whatever you call it, they are embedded with our politicians.
Okay,
You
so
know?
guys, let me put this. This is a little graphic. I don't know if it's gonna be something to put on the screen with brother. I'll just have to go a little faster with this. What he was talking about his dad. So I don't know if I can keep it alone for Facebook.
No, I think that's enough.
Yeah. So let me take that off.
That's enough. That's
So that's the condition of his dad that he's on here for to talk about. So Brother Fitzgerald, this is, I know we don't mind you coming to talk about this here, but viewership wise, something like this, I think it'll be like more something. I don't know if you talk to like, you know, bigger platforms that you know, or people, you know, with a lot of views than we do.
our platform B. We got bigger.
Well, you know what I mean when I say I know people might watch it little and stuff like that, but you know, this is a serious issue, right? And I seen that, I felt bad. And so I wanted to see like more people to see this. So that's what I'm asking you, if you go into other platforms too.
Yeah, you could contact Kwame Weeks, Kwame Opa Weeks.
I think I seen a video of, I think he did that already with it. Kwame Weeks stuff. So yeah, go ahead and talk and tell the people about.
All right, so I'd like to say thank you again, Amy, my brother Tori, and all of my fellow Liberians who are on the platform now and listening to me out there. It is so disheartening to come up here and asking your people to be a help to my dad. I don't normally do this. I'm a kind of person who I feel like I challenge situations when it comes to me, because that's the best way I think I can, better live my life, because I don't expect anybody to help me besides God. But this is something that is above me, and that's the reason for which I'm coming to you. I'm actually ashamed that I'm sharing my dad's photos, his sick photos and stuff, to come up here and asking for help to at least taking out there for advanced treatment. It's not for pleasure. It's not because I feel, you know, good about it. No one will want to do that. No one, especially seeing your dad photo posted on an international platform. Yeah, to solicit funds for him. But it is what it is. We are all human. Like my bishop normally says that we are just dog-eared mud. Human being are just dog-eared mud. You don't even know who you are until you can get into the condition of other people. So this is a time that if we Liberians need one another, we should be able to help, show love, show some concerns, because I believe this is the beginning of unity, and this is the beginning of development. Because if you help me, and I know that you help me, I'm going to stand firm to help you as well. The Bible says that we should mourn with those who mourn, and we should rejoice with those who rejoice. So I'm asking you out there, whatever you can contribute. It's not force. Yeah. We are trying. We are really working out to send my dad out of country, to India to be precise, and we are targeting $6,500 US, and we have already raised some money, but I cannot, for some reason I cannot voice it out here. But whatever you can contribute, his life is actually slipping out of his hand slowly. And Liberia, I'm speaking to you out there. You have done it before, and I know you can do it again. Save my dad. This man is dying with cancer. I'm sad wearing these glasses, but I'm in tears. You don't even know. I will come here and talk all the politics. I'm here to just share my own ideas about politics. But deep down in my heart, I'm grieving because my dad is sick. My dad is not well. I have to put it on my face that I'm okay, because no one can do that for me, only myself. So I'm asking all of you, my fellow brothers out here, and the listening audience out there, to kind of see this as an appeal that you can be a help to me.
Thank you. So, do you have like a GoFundMe page? Do you have a number or anything like that that should anyone who's seen this show?
The GoFundMe page. I think I shared. I shared it with. I did not share it with you, but I think I shared it in this chat room. I'm gonna reshare it again, but I think I have to share it to you directly, because your idea.
You can just put in the chat room right now.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can
so I'm
put in
gonna
the
do
chat
that.
room. You can put in the chat room, and we can also post the number on this live too.
But while you do that,
So, guys,
let
do
me
you guys have something to, yeah.
while you do that, let me encourage you. I know you said that it's not your character to ask for help, but it's emotional intelligence to realize that we all, at one point in time, we need help.
Yeah.
It's human nature to share. And no matter who we are, life is complicated. Life circumstances, everybody is vulnerable to be in a position of need. So it's just normal to share with those in need. Because the strong man you see today will fall. The one who's on the ground today will rise up. So sharing and caring show the quality of a good person. So there's nothing wrong with what you've done. It only shows strength and character that you can mount up courage in the midst of a difficult situation like this to find a solution. And that's the right thing. And any parent will be proud of a son like you who will stand up in difficulties. All of us here, we are vulnerable to falling a victim of a situation where we have no way out, but we'll rather rely on others. That's why there are songs like Lean on Me when you need a hand. So I just want to encourage everybody in our audience. It is human nature to rely on one another. And if you are a person of good character and you have a good heart, you will find a good cause to share with someone in need. And a person in need is a person who needs help. And when you can share with someone who needs help, then you become a solution to a problem. And I just want to encourage all of us. We are all Liberian, irrespective of our political differences, of our opinions. And especially for some of us who can afford $1 or $2, every cent counts. It only adds up. Our dear brother, father is in need. It takes God to reward all those who will stand up with him. And let us please do. Let's save a life.
Yeah, to just add on what Raymond was just saying, at the end of the day, it takes a tremendous amount of courage to come on these platforms and try to put some of your personal stuff out here. But again, strength is not really about you taking on life challenges on your personal shoulders. It's okay, it's acceptable to confront into someone, you know what I mean, to engage with other people. So that they too, even if they can't share that burden with you, but at least they can give you some good words of advice. They could connect you to other potential resources that you could tap into. And that's what makes it so important that people don't actually go through their sorrow and their downtime in silence, because silence kills more than the element that you are confronted with. So by opening up and putting it out there, God in heaven knows how reverberating that this could be. Somebody could be on this platform right now, have some kind of money somewhere, and they could bless you with it. And that's the whole essence of this. And that's why we are urging everybody, including ourselves on this platform. Whatever we can come up with, whatever we can do to help the brother, just reach out to him and bless him. And to our viewers too, all those that are watching us on Facebook and through YouTube, just hear the brother out and do what you got to do. We're gonna have the number and we'll post it on this live. And if you can reach him personally to pray for him, pray for his family, you can also do that. Thank you very much.
Anybody else? Momo, you got something to say?
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
So, man, I don't know how to start though, but my heart goes out to you, man, during this difficult time. Watching a loved one suffer.
Yeah.
Is one of
It's gonna be hard.
life's hardest battles. you know, and I want you to know that you are not alone, you know, like your Father's love and strength live in you from the way I saw you speak about him. And the time you share with him now, no matter how heavy it feels, you know, will remain the last, will remain a lasting treasure. You shouldn't be ashamed of what you've done. What you've done the right thing. As you were speaking, I was literally like almost about to get in tears. But what matters most is that your Father knows that he is loved and not alone in this fight. Okay? So some of us who have the ability to, you know, to be able to make 2 cents or 1 cent, you know, we would try in our best possible way to even share that link on our platform, on our Facebook pages. And so we know, some of us know people that know people, you know, it might touch somebody's heart. But I want to encourage you to lean on those who care about you. Allow yourself to rest when when you can. All right. We are there for you. We will do everything we can in our own way to ensure that your Father get the proper treatment that he wants, that he deserves. Don't keep the strength. You actually done the right thing. Don't blame yourself for anything. Don't be ashamed of anything. I heard you say that you're probably ashamed to come and put your dad photo on the internet. That's exactly what you've done. You've done the right thing. So our hearts are off to you, and we're gonna keep you we're gonna keep your dad in our prayers. Some of us don't have ours right now. My dad passed away over 14 years ago, and I know how it feels to lose a dad. And I know how it feels now that you have him with you. You don't want to lose him. No one wants to. You do everything you can in your power to make it happen. So we are with you. We'll stand by you, and we'll make sure you get the necessary support. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Tata, you want to say something? No? It's okay if you don't.
Okay. Even the Bible says they say there is time for everything. There is time for happiness. There is time to cry. So my brother, I will encourage you have to take courage to see how best you can think further and then to give that to the puppy. But even those you said you'll be crying will not solve the problem. And even the Bible says when you open the book of Matthew chapter 7 verse 20, it said knock and it will be open to you. You didn't steal. Asking someone to help you, it doesn't mean that you commit crime or you go steal. So I'd like to encourage you to take heart to see how best for again we will. Thank
you. Absolutely. So I think some people want to call in. So let me put the number up to put in the call. And with that, can you send me the information I'm supposed to pull up? I just tested you to send it to me so I can put it up there for the viewers. Anybody who want to call in and make, chime in or make a point on this issue, please, that's the number on here, 267-586-5479. You can call that on WhatsApp and direct. Thank you. Maurice, you got something to say too or no? Well, you already said something.
No, I think you guys said it all. Look, I mean, it is sad, but the fact that you can even come on this platform, because when somebody asks you, there's two things. Either they're asking you because they feel you're in a position to help in whatever way, or maybe they have the confidence that they can ask you. So the fact they can come on the platform, like Tule said, we'll just do our best, and we'll also help to share the message out there, and to help. Maybe there are people out there that they can do better than what we can do. So we just have to share the message, and we just pray that you be able to muster the courage and just look up to God as much as you're looking for help, but at the same time to look up to God, for whatever the outcome may be. Yeah.
Absolutely. He's the author and finisher of our faith. Yeah, money, we can try to raise these money and everything. You can have millions of it. If God is the one who has to fund the same, right? So that's the best person to look up to. But with that being said, guys, this is just the number. Hold on. I got a caller. Hello. What's your name and where you calling us from?
So, Amy, thank you. My name is Thomas Kuman,
Hi, Tom.
and I'm calling you from Liberia. Yeah. So let me say thanks to the panelists and everyone who's been contributing since you started the show. I mean, the various topics, and we following. Some of us are in the back.
Yeah, that's our producer guy from Liberia.
So let me say thanks to everybody. We in the comment section as well. Let me speak lastly on this. Our brother who just talked about his dad, Fitzgerald Putu, a chance. He's my friend and brother. So Fitzgerald, let me say thank you for taking up the courage, coming up to the public to speak, to share photos of your dad. When he first sent the pictures to me, I was kind of like, it broke me down because seeing how his dad is going through pains. I still don't figure what is that. So some of us, we try to share with the platform and bring it on. That's the best we can do. But Putu, take heart and know that God is in control and everything gonna be okay. Those funds you are trying to raise, I trust that God will help touch the hearts of people and they will try to support because it's a worthy cause. The Bible says if you can help a man while he's in need, then you are helping somebody. Living his work. So thank you so much for coming on to share. And all of you on the platform and those who are listening, please let's try to support our brother in the best way to save a life. And what I'm gonna do is, Jens, I'm gonna crop this portion of the video, the show, and then you will post it all around to see how best you can have the best assistance you need to take your dad for medical attention out of the country. Again, I want to say thanks to everybody that we remain in the comment section and doing the work behind the scene. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you. So there you have. Did you send it to me? Okay, let me see. Trey, how do I post this? You got any number? Cheryl?
Yes, I got number.
So let me see
Yes,
if I can post.
yes, I
Let
do.
me get this number off the screen before they mistakenly think that. Let me see. That's mobile money, right?
Yeah.
Let me see.
So Amy, I'm gonna post the GoFundMe
Yeah,
link.
please do that if you can. I didn't know you were back there.
Yeah, I'm trying to put my daughter.
Babysitting.
You know now.
What a madam.
You see trouble? That just won't be politics and anything here.
No, you won't bring situationship. You won't bring situationship in a man.
They may want press chocolate.
You won't bring situationship, yo.
South America, yo, the papi then can babysit, yo. And I'm like, bro, yo, America, yeah.
The man ain't gonna work.
Yeah, America, yeah, Tatos. Yeah. That's y'all can do that like daily everything to the women and I hear you.
No, my daughter, I got my own. I said that we already for him. He might not even yet.
That's man.
Look at that.
But I'm about to leave though.
Yeah, myself. Again, can we wrap up?
We're trying to put something up here right before we do that.
You're your bell in second school and just do the thing and get out of here. That's the last thing actually got on here. So we can go through our closing and get out of here. They won't pose it, you know. Please. No.
And Tata, what did Madam she was asking the other man for you want to go to him. And Tata. Man laughing.
Wow. Oh, you're turning screen on there. So
yeah, because
want to put that up there. We'll try and try to do a after the show from everybody will do what they can do, and as people click on later on to watch the show, please do the needful, and support. We know that a lot of times we, like I always say on here, we Liberians, we have this stigma. I'm gonna say stigma, or should I say stereotype, or generational bloodline thing, or curse, or whatever, however you might want to put it, right? About us, like we're not like, we don't like to help each other. And I always say on this show, we will break that generational yoke. We will do fast and pray. Our person like us to pray, and you just see all the fruit that the prayers have been healing, right? People have been confessing, and a lot of people. So it's a lot. So prayer do works. So we will break that curse here, and we also want to show that with this by supporting this brother. We don't have it. You don't have the whole 6,000 to give. I don't have the whole 6,000 to give. But well, let me speak for myself and not call these guys name, right? I wanted to name everybody on here, but I don't know. Let me speak for myself. But giving, all of us that watch this video, all of us that come across this video can pull, 20, 30, 10, here and there. It adds up. One person can do it. All of these, adds up. That's all he's asking for us to do. And let's show up. It'll make you feel good that in case he come back on here to tell us that his dad is doing okay, he took his dad and everything went well, you would feel that, that sense of proud, like, oh, I did, I helped. My $5, my $10 were in this, I supported, I help out, and somebody's living, somebody is still alive today because of me. You'll feel good about what you've done, and you might not feel the reward today. You never know why that might need you tomorrow. Well, you might need somebody tomorrow, and that will pay on. Somebody will pay on from there to you or your children or your family members. So, don't be shy. $10, $20, $15, $50, $100, help. Whatever you have, just send it through. Right? Every little bit helps, and that's all he's asking. I'm pretty sure. I'm speaking from where he's coming from. So let's do that and support the brother on this, please.
So I got Yeah, I got the GoFundMe up. If we can get the so that's there. Please contribute to our brother dad's medical relief fund.
I don't have
Thank
the
you in advance.
number yet.
So yeah, we can also add the number
Mobile
there, so that
money.
way,
Yeah. Some
you
people
know, if
might.
anybody want to just contribute, you can just hit the link, the GoFundMe link, and that will definitely get you on there.
I was also
But
asking about his mobile money.
yeah, the mobile money.
Some people don't want to go through all of that. They just want to, cash apping or mobile money, whatever, cash app. Yeah.
Hey,
So.
Lin Lakbo say, on a sad note, I want to take credit tonight for personally unsettling Josh.
So what's the name? Kept saying I should bring George, but George left the back, so I cannot bring him back on. He's not in the back.
Can we close now?
So we cannot bring him back on when he's not in the back. He has to be there for me to hit him on. So when I put him in the back for him to cool off his temper, he left. So that's that. I can't do anything about that. So yeah, we can be closing. That's why we wait for. I thought you can go ahead because you're in there.
Let Tule go, man. Tule want to go.
Yeah, I want to go.
Liberia. I don't want him to go.
That doesn't like
rush.
No, let him go. Let him go.
How do you relax? So, gentlemen, thanks for the show, man. It was quite an intriguing show.
The man, I saw your man.
We touched on so many things, about our country, Liberia. I know all of us on this platform, has one thing in common is our country, right? We want to see the best for Liberia. So anything that's in the interest of Liberia, we are all for it, regardless of what political alignment we find ourselves. So the issue of Musa Ability, being on the defensive right now, because I'm sure he's on the defensive because, this fasting and prayer that Joseph Nima Boaga called for is unveiling a lot of things. You know what I mean? This absolute, raping of our people, stealing from our people has come to the limelight because I believe of this fasting and prayer that I put in place. Musa Ability has been stealing from our people for years, and it has gone unnoticed. But now, thank God to the inspiration of, to the far-sightedness of Amos Toy and that of the leadership of President Joseph Nima Boaga to bring this to the limelight, and they are trying to take corrective actions. So regardless of how
the Senate first,
Musa Bedi, crowd file or whatever, we don't care. The fact that the people of Liberia will benefit from this is what matters to some of us the most. So he can go from one radio station, he can even call CNN and crowd file on CNN. It's up to him. All we care about is, and matter of fact, even to go further, I want the government to even cause him to restitute this money because he was knowingly stealing from the people. That is a great violation of the norm. I mean, the industry standard. He knows it. He knows everywhere in the sub-region. That's what it was. Even if you're doing it for profit making, you cannot kind of like astronomically just steal from our people like that. And then there's the very same people you come on, you say you form a political party that you want to better their lives, and you are the same old person that is more and more worsening the lives of the very same people that you put. So no, Musa Ability. No, I mean, I don't know. The people are crying. I see what's the name, Amara Kone. Shame on Amara Kone. This is a guy I revere so much. To see him make a post today, that kind of Muslim solidarity. Look, I was born Muslim. The idea that people want to stand behind religion and try to support someone is disgusting. And these are the leaders we expect to denounce these things. Sat on the prayer mat while they were at the mosque today, looking at Liberia being a gullible society. Then you use such picture to say you are in support of Musa Ability, that he's committed. That is just sort of parading the same issue of tribal stuff, religious stuff. It is so not good. Look, I was so like, I bow my head in shame because Amara Kone is someone I respect so much. But for him to come and, write such post, use such picture, the context, the optics to me was so bad. So I just want to wrestle. Look, Liberia will remain first and last. We will continue to champion the cause of the people. That's why we are here. Some of us are sitting up this late at night because we have Liberia heart. We're in this country, we serve this country, this is America. This is not our birth country, but we took our arms for this country because we believe that once a country can give us more, it is our bound duty to give back. And Liberia, we could even give more. Someone like us going back home, my duty is to give back to my country in the honest way, the fair way, not to steal from my people. And that's what Musa Bege is doing. So he should be ashamed of himself. That's how I close.
So.
You know, it's a good show to be here again and discuss issues that are affecting our country. And one thing I will emphasize on Musa Bility is that, you know, Musa Bility is not strange to Liberian. Only those that are innocent to it that I will say, oh, Musa Bility is saying the truth, Musa Bility is saying the truth. You see, Musa Bility in 2017 or in 2023, Musa Bility sit on Spoon FM and said that if Kumina win the election, if he win a representative of District 7, Nimba County, he will resign because Kumi now win. Yes, today. Musa Bility is not someone that people supposed to be or someone that's supposed to be trusted in this country. Seriously. Musa Bility said at that time, he said he dared the government at that time when former President George Weah was in power. He said he dared the government to come up with the proof and said, oh, he owing 5 million road funds. At the end of the day, he go beyond his lobby. The government they didn't do anything to him. Now he want to do the same thing. And he forgetting to know that Joseph Walker, since Joseph Walker been in government, not a day you have seen corruption stigma on him under no condition. Maybe if someone have it, they can bring it and then we will discuss about it. But if he owing the money, let him bring the money and then let the Liberian people do what they're supposed to do with it. This money, when Musa Bility pay the money can go education, healthcare, road, other stuff. And he they see Musa Bility going around and say the Joseph Walker government not doing anything. But Joseph Walker government asking him not to pay the money that he owing the government. He don't want to pay. He going from radio station to radio station, preaching against the government. He said if election was beat today, he would be what? He would beat Joseph Walker in the election because Joseph Walker not do anything for the past 1 and 6 months. So let him see how best, let him pay the money. If he pay the money, let the government set the precedent that if you corrupt, go to jail. It should not only be him, even the other people. Thank you.
Thank you. Morris?
Well, it was a good show. I mean, for the most part, look, we'll come here.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part. Because it came a time we on a standstill. the show on a standstill. You want to pause. But you know, it was a good show. You know, we'll come here every day to say what we know, you know, and to speak our heart. And we here to sometimes correct one another in the most, you know, honest way, not in any arrogant way that I want to show that I know more than you or you know more than me. If I say something you really truly know that I'm sleeping, just correct me. There's nothing wrong with that. You know? Yeah, exactly. So but when you come on the show and you say currency and this and that is the regime, no. If you can say that on your show, fine. You can say that on your show. 2 hours, 10 hours, that's up to you. But when we come to the show, we'll tell you, say no. The Liberian dollar is not the government brought it into. No, they made it there. As a matter of fact, it's a legal tender. So we made that correction. You know, but I mean, look, no government can come to power and just do everything. It's not possible. So as a smart government, you just look into one or two things that you can actually succeed into. Like the trend the government taking, trust me, if you can open the roads everywhere in the country, electricity, that by itself, It's a way of employment. People will get job through that. The businesses will open. Electricity bring business, especially stable electricity. And to end up with Amaracone issue, look, this politics thing, people don't care. As long as they are consumed by this politics, they just don't care. Because I saw a post, Amaracone criticizing Gafon. I'm like, really? Amaracone for real? Gafon? When Gafon was budget director for like 4 years, when Anthony Sayer resigned, she personally recommended Gafon to take over the ministry, finance ministry, and you came through all your time. How they call you? They used to call you budget shortfall and stuff like that. So sometimes the politics just coming because you want to criticize, just because you want to criticize. But again, this is the country, man. People like to hear that kind of stuff. So, and people know our people, so they will always play that game, Yeah, but for the most part, it was a good show. We come here every day to say things. We don't speak because of sentiment or feeling.
Yeah,
I don't think.
that's right.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I passed the stage long time to be sacrificing for anybody, especially politician. I passed that stage long time. I only speak my mind. I don't praising and I don't get criticized because other people criticize. No. But thank you guys, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Correct, did I do that thing right? Instead of it, I guess it's supposed to be attached to that GoFundMe, right?
That is absolutely wonderful. Yeah, that's fun. Please donate. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. Yeah, Ray.
So another brilliant show. I want to thank each and every one of you for your contribution. You see, Liberia belongs to all of us. So it's going to take all of us intervention, our ideas. But let us be honest when we critique and criticize the government. It should not just be out of politics. It should not just be with an objective to bomb up the government. Because I never voted George Weah in 2017 to be president in Liberia. But when he became the president, I was a civil servant. And I realized that if the Weah-led government succeeded, Liberian social services and welfare will improve. So as a civil servant, I work hard, tirelessly, making sacrifices for 2 years to ensure that the government worked. In 2 years, when I realized the government was not working plus other things, I took my exit. What am I saying this to mean, Liberians? Every well-meaning Liberian should wish for the government to succeed. And when the government makes efforts, let's applaud them. When they fall their belly to the floor, let's speak. Let's call them out. Let's call a fear of speak. But we should not take a posture to undermine the government. Undermining the government means undermining the people. And not because you not be directly affected by those things, you should not be. And I want to use the same token to thank every Liberian who mean well for another Liberian, especially our brother here, father situation. Look, if we all show support and care, that in itself, we can remove mountains and place good things in the place of the mountains. And I'm very optimistic that our brother's father situation, God will intervene, and with our support, things will get better. Let's give a light. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Raymond. So look, at the end of the day, guys, first of all, I just want to apologize to our viewers. Those I was on this platform.
For sure.
This platform is definitely a platform that we're gonna sort of move in the right direction and exhibit our professional approach to everything we do. So the little scrimmage that you both saw, not indicative of this platform or the panelists that you guys see on here. But we'll do better, and we work on some things at the back and making sure that the show we give you guys will be one void of Halloween and a back and forth. But again, it was a healthy conversation. I want to send my heartfelt, kind of prayer to our brother who died, is going through a tremendous pain right now. So if anybody on this live can really, go through the GoFundMe or the number on the screen right now to donate to that process, to his medical relief fund, we definitely appreciate that. And on the other hand, I personally took exception to Senator Amara Corners post today, especially the one that he was sending out a solidarity to Musability. I mean, I don't know. I don't know sometimes how people come out setting judgment, but I think it was a protest. People in leadership has to be a model of consistency, right? Because he carries a lot of following, a lot of people follow you. And when you just start sending out solidarity to individuals, that's go with weight. People that follow you, some people actually see into it and be like, yeah, this is actually something that government is doing to Musability. And I don't think that's fair to the government. And these are potential leaders in the future. So people need to be very calculated what they say and what they write. And in my approach of politics, at least, I made it very clear, for Liberia to succeed, we have to take ourselves from this tribal, religious-based sentiment and stuff like that. No country has succeeded doing that. The great United States that we're in, that's the reason why they decided to abolish all of these things out of their politics. It's just bring you here, whatever you can contribute, vision, and abilities. That's it. Your religion, you can go practice it somewhere else. Your tribal alignment, you can go do that someplace else. But yeah, I mean that was just, I'm still processing it, but that's the country where some people rule, that some people hero, and some people hero, that some people rule. So, but we definitely need to change that mindset. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, so thank you. Fitzgerald, you close, right? Or you want to say anything, final? Go.
Yeah. Let me just say thank you guys for the show. Thank you ever so much for enlightening our Liberians out there, giving the show to them. This is something that all Liberians want to see. Yeah, I mean, where you can come and maybe you don't have the time to appear on the show, but you can have the time to read the comments. You can have the time to at least watch when you have dinner, a while of you. So I'd like to say thank you for the innovation, the team behind this show. You guys are doing tremendously well, and I want to thank you all for your effort. May God bless you all. May God continue to give you wisdom to continue to give us what we want. Yeah. To the issue of our our conflict is not an easy thing, especially when a new government take power. It's hard. Yeah, people will fight you. But what I see is that I see this government trying to implement a system, and this is what we need. Economic system, to implement economic system is difficult. It takes time. Yeah, and it is almost like you're trying to develop a country, and in development there is there is a destruction that comes with development. So when you see a development trying to come up, you see destruction before the development. So I want to urge all of my Liberians out there, especially the business people, businessmen, businesswomen, who are trying their weak ways to make their living, do not be deterred about the current situation. This too will pass. You just got to be strong and continue to live and be committed to what you are doing and support this government, because together we can do more. Then when we say we want to do it in division, we cannot do more in division, but we can do more when we come together. So my word to you out there, petty traders, market women, Yana boys, don't be deterred. Whatever situation you see, just face it, and it will come to an end, because the government is trying to do something that will help you out. If I'm looking at it from my own perspective, I think the government is trying to create a means where they will put in some strategies where they will offer economic theory to the market people. So if you're trying to offer an economic theory to the market people, that means you're actually doing well for the market people, because there are some people who just sell and they don't know more about the rate inflation. They don't know how it go ups and down, so they just want to sell and get money. So if you're seeing this, maybe government is trying to put some effort in place so that they can be able to give the market people what they want. The government is doing the best. We hope and pray for more. Our people are working tirelessly to make sure that Liberia people get the best that they voted for. Government has already networked.
I'm hearing you.
Government has already networked with Rwanda. Now is an open flow for business people who want to go do business, people who want to go and study, people who want to do tourism. These are all development we talk about in the country. So I want to say thank you to the president and thank you to all of you. May God bless you, and please donate to help save my father's life. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you everyone for coming this evening, for being here with us and watching. Please continue to share the show. Continue to share it, and so others can watch it and do the needful. And don't forget to come back here tomorrow, God's willing, as we will be back here to continue to talk about Liberia. And until then, I think we are all exhausted our time. We're tired. Good night. And
how many times we can share this show with the